Good snap, the hold, the kick is up, the kick is good!
Will be a swing by Kramer, kept alive by Jalbert. Lucas with the attack off the side of the block for the kill.
Gazette, he looks to go off guard, tucks back inside to the A gap, and he gets in for the touchdown.
Harrington, angle, off a touch, diving, Dunbar, holy cats, wow!
Starcevic in the shotgun, play action, looking for man, has him down the field to his brother Starcevic for the touchdown. It's 31 yards. Jake.
Alston Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And a pleasant good Thursday evening. It's the home opener for Northern Cass tonight against an unfamiliar opponent in the Mustangs of West Fargo Sheyenne as Division A meets Division 3A with a caveat here tonight on the gridiron. A good Thursday evening ahead of Labor Day weekend. I'm Chase Miller alongside Brady Siebels here from Hunter, North Dakota, and this is our Irie Insurance pregame show. Northern Cass made the most of their 306-mile trek out west to Belfield on Saturday, picking up a season-opening 24-14 win over Hart River. Senior tailback Matthew Hoppy finished with 2 touchdowns and rushed for 204 yards, while his teammate Matthew Metzger had 5 receptions for 46 yards and 1 score as well for Northern Cass. The Jags welcome West Fargo Sheyenne Junior Varsity tonight, as this will be the season opener for the Mustang JV program, with Fargo Oak Grove co-oping with Shanley. The rivalry contest with the I-29 Travel Trophy has been retired for the short term. The Grovers again co-oping with the Deacons, so with them going away, it allowed this matchup to take place here tonight. Still to come on our Irie Insurance pregame show, we'll take a look at games going on across the region this evening and tomorrow as well on yourliveevent.com. The latest football polls and hear from Northern Cass head coach Tyler Ukestead. But when we return, Andrew Rott, the head coach for the Mustangs Junior Varsity squad, will be joining the conversation. It's the Jags and the Mustangs tonight for high school football in Hunter on yourliveevent.com.
I love my decision. I love the smallness of it and how close everyone is. Some of my other friends went to a 4-year school, and I'm going to be done before them, even with 2 degrees and for a lot less money. My name's Casey, and I'm here for my future.
First week of college, I can't tell you how many friends I've made. It's a family, you know what I mean? Like, every time I go to a meeting, like, everyone knows my name. They're always kind to me. I love it. I can't explain how much I love it here. My name is Junior, and I'm here for my future.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
As an American Family Agent, I look out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. This is Chris Heisey. Visit me online at chrisheisey.com. These days, everyone wants to save money. I can show you how easy it is by having multiple policies. By combining your auto and homeowner's insurance, I can put some change back into your pocket. My website again is chrisheisey.com. I want to be your American Family Agent.
American Family Insurance.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers. They are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
As we continue on our Irie Insurance pregame show here today, it's West Fargo Sheyenne Junior Varsity squaring off with Northern Cass here for a little 3A meets 1A on a Thursday night in high school football. Joining us now, part of our DJ Coulter Agency Coaches Conversation. He is Andrew Rott, head coach here for the Mustangs Junior Varsity program. And Andrew, let's just start there. Kind of interesting how this game kind of came about. with Oak Grove co-oping with Shanley. Oak Grove, a huge rival of Northern Cass, there leaves a spot on the table for someone. The AD's obviously got in contact and worked this one out, and it's your season opener. It's their second game. So what's this like playing, so to speak, new blood that's not Red River, South, or West Fargo, so to speak, on a football schedule for the first time in a while?
It's always exciting. We typically end up playing a couple teams twice throughout our JV season, so getting a new team in there will be fun. But the fact that it's also a varsity game for them, and we're trying to treat it the same way as well with these guys, while also trying to prep for another varsity game on Friday night heading to Minot. So kind of double duty here this week, but the guys are excited. I'm excited. We exchanged some film yesterday, so got to take a look at that, and the small town of me kind of misses seeing the grass fields and the people lined up against the rope, but I'm excited. Be a lot of fun.
Yeah, we'll just start there with the film. Obviously, Northern Cast, what kind of jumped out, or is there someone in particular before we talk about your guys here, Andrew? Is there someone in the backfield or just something about Northern Cast that's going to present a challenge for your club in game number one here for you guys of the season?
They got a running back, and I don't know the name even right now off the top of my head, but he looks like a really good player to me. I don't get to follow a lot of single A football, but based off of the game I was watching, I'd imagine he had a great season last year and is probably primed for an even bigger season this year.
With your guys, let's start here with a couple of the players that are coming up. Always like to talk about the linemen here with Barch, with Atron. What does he just kind of bring, and what do you want to see him provide for the Mustangs here this season?
So Treyu, sophomore coming in, he's 6'3", about 235. He's got really good size. He's the guy that in the weight room, you almost have to tell him to slow down a little bit because he loves to go hard all the time and is constantly pushing himself. And he's got that really competitive mentality, competitive edge to him. So first real action out here against some good guys, some good players. It looks like as well. They got on that offensive or defensive line there at Northern Cass. So it'll be fun to see what he does. Hopefully, even as a sophomore, eventually he can step into kind of a leadership role here as the season goes. But I'm hoping to see all that hard work that he's put in this offseason pay off for him.
And then same question with Kaysen here with Bernstein, a junior on the program this season. Just kind of what do you want to see as the year progresses here with him?
Yeah, he's a pretty tall kid, kind of lanky looking, but he's another kid put a lot of work. He in the off season, weight room every single day. He's a guy that kind of came, I wouldn't say out of nowhere, because he always had that athletic like a build to him. He's always had like those qualities, and he's finally learned how to put that to use on the football field on both sides of the ball. And to his credit, it's not easy to do, especially last year he kind of played a little bit as a defensive end, but maybe not a ton. So he's coming in with a little defensive end experience, and then also playing like H back tight end type role. So we'll see. Hopefully we can get him the ball a few times and be able to watch him play a little bit in that defensive line as well.
As you go through the season here with game number one, again, being with junior varsity, varsity's already played one game with a nice win over the weekend here. And then, as you mentioned, you kind of get ready for a big matchup with the Magi coming up around the corner 24 hours later after this game gets done. But what's one thing from the junior varsity side here, Andrew, from game one to once you get to the, in October, what do you want to see from your squad, some traits that carries throughout the season?
So we're young, got a lot of sophomores this year, and I think one of our smallest, not the smallest ever junior class that we've had. So we got a lot of guys that need to get a lot of experience and playing together. I mean, we got a big offensive line, and pretty much all of them are sophomores this year. So I'm really excited to watch them go from game one. They got a little time in on Friday night, so that was nice. But to watch them go from game one here on Thursday throughout the season, watch them gel, hopefully get after it. With hopefully Atreyu's competitiveness kind of leading the edge there, I'm hoping they all can kind of catch on to that. There's some really great kids. We got a lot of really good skill guys too. A little smaller right now, perfect for a JV level, but guys that we're hoping that throughout the year can grow in confidence and get themselves ready for hopefully contributing on the varsity field next season.
Final thing for you, Andrew, you kind of alluded to it earlier. This is almost a table setter for some of these guys that maybe next year or in 2 years, depending on where their age is and kind of how the depth chart unfolds. How big of a factor is it to play a varsity squad for a JV team, no matter what the level is, to kind of understand what a Friday night lights, so to speak, even though it's Thursday, but what, a game day would look like, at the varsity level for some of these guys, whether it's later this season, if they get the opportunity and their number gets called, or, a year or two from now, once they get a little bit older as well.
Well, it's a big deal in my opinion. Even I mean, you can look at Class A to 3A. It's a couple level difference, but it doesn't really matter. Varsity level players, those guys, they have a lot of experience playing together, playing higher level competition than what our guys would typically see. I mean, most of our team is sophomores coming off of playing freshman ball last year to seeing some juniors, seniors with a lot of size, a lot of strength, a lot of experience. So it's good for them. The overall feel too. It's gonna be fun. It's one of those things. It's a unique situation, as you had mentioned earlier, about how it all kind of came together, and I'm happy we get to be a part of it because these guys they work hard year in or night in, night out all season, and they don't always get to enjoy the Friday night lights, or in this case Thursday night lights. I mean, Monday nights are fun, but there's no broadcast, or parents would come and they're really great, really supportive, but just a little different feel, a little different vibe.
Andrew, thanks so much for your time. Best of luck here tonight. Quick turnaround with the Magi on the varsity side and throughout the rest of the JV season coming up here for you and the Mustangs.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
We'll continue after this as we'll hear from Coach Hukestead for Northern Cass here on our Irie Insurance pregame show.
Dagelman Industries is proud to manufacture tough, high-performance equipment right here in North Dakota. From our industry-defining Pro-Till high-speed discs, bulletproof bulldozer blades, and our robust, heavy-duty land rollers, we focus on support and make the experience of a Dagelman unlike any other. Dagelman, engineered tough in North Dakota.
Say goodbye to boring birthday parties and corporate events and say hello to a supercharged celebration at the Empire Sports Complex in Fargo with their epic bounce houses that's guaranteed to have your guests jumping for joy at the Empire Sports Complex. Their bounce houses are the ultimate party starter, but don't wait too long to book. Go online now to empirefargo.org. That's empirefargo.org, or call 701-318-4161 for your next birthday party or corporate event. The Empire Sports Complex in Fargo.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Now available, the 2024 R&J Sports Fall Sports Guide. The digital version of the R&J Sports Fall Sports Guide is available at rjbroadcasting.com. This year, featuring schedules for the fall sports teams in the region, along with photos, coaches' bios, and highlights from the 2023 season and the fall broadcast schedule for R&J Sports and YourLiveEvent.com. The digital version of the 2024 R&J Sports Guide is available now at rjbroadcasting.com.
As we continue on our pregame show here today, brought to you in part by Irie Insurance on a Thursday night home opener for Northern Cass as they welcome in the Mustangs of West Fargo Sheyenne, the junior varsity team, with Fargo Oak Grove co-oping with Shanley. Northern Cass was looking for a ball game, and the Mustangs said, we will gladly entertain the idea of going up to Hunter on a Thursday night. Joining us now, part of our pregame coaches conversation, brought to you in part by DJ Coulter Agency, is Tyler Hukestead, the head coach for Northern Cass. And Uke, always fun to go to week 2 with a win, especially on the road, but an interesting for a coach's perspective. You play on a Saturday, you're home on a Thursday. That really bundles up the week here to start this home opener off for you, Uke.
Yeah, we were joking around. This is what some NFL teams feel like, playing on a Sunday then playing Thursday night ball. Yeah, it's definitely unique. My wife even mentioned, like, hey, you didn't really have much of a weekend this weekend, did you? I was like, no, like we played Saturday, got back late at midnight, and then Sunday was just spent normally doing all the stuff we normally do after the game. Usually I split that up Saturday and Sunday and kind of split the work, but we had to kind of do all the work on Sunday and then short turnaround on Thursday, so our practice week's a little bit messed up, but I think it'll be a good opportunity for us and West Fargo Cheyenne's JV team.
Yeah, able to come out with a road win at Hart River, 24-14. I know Hoppy obviously went over for 200 yards, but you got to give some guys some credit on the line that played there with Sam Nelson and Brody Geston. What did you see from Sam and Brody in particularly, and just the guys up front, to kind of get those holes open a little bit there for them?
Yeah, I tell you what, the whole line, they were moving cats the whole game, and it was really good to see that physical brand of football happen week one, especially on a really really hot day. But biggest thing I think they were just working as a unit. So you got to give credit to our two seniors on the line, Sam and Brody, just getting that group together and making sure they're moving as one.
And then with Mr. again Metzger able to go on the outside, 5 catches, 46 yards, and a touchdown. What does just Matt just provide to the football team on and off the field here this season?
Yeah, Matt's fast. We have some fast receivers. He's able to get across the field quickly, and we were able to find him on a little crossing route on that first touchdown. But biggest thing is he's a grinder too. He doesn't want to come off the field. He's playing both ways. He's on some special teams for us. He's running around on offense. He's making a lot of plays from safety, making a lot of tackles at safety and defense. He's definitely a player that helps everybody, and just his energy, just his effort is kind of rubs off on other people too.
The one thing going into this particular week, as we mentioned, a short week, and I know coaches always say week 1 to week 2 is maybe the biggest improvement, but it might maybe be week 1 into week 3 for you guys just because of the quick turnaround, so to speak, and facing a brand new opponent again, kind of similar to Hart River a little bit here, Uke. So what do you want to see from your club from Saturday, from Thursday, so to speak, from kickoff to kickoff? What do you want to see improvement-wise going into week number 2?
We got to clean up some mental mistakes with some of our blocking, and then on defense we got to just continue to make good tackles coming downhill and filling, and then limit some negative plays. We were moving the ball our first drive at Hart River, and then we had a 15-yard sack on a screen play that didn't develop, and we didn't get rid of the ball. And then on our second drive we were moving the ball, and then we had a bad snap that led to a fumble. We couldn't get it, and then they recovered it. So just things like that. Penalties too. We gave Hart River some free yards with some false starts. Had some blocked them backs that negated some big returns. So I think if we clean up some of those penalties, some of those mental mistakes on offense and defense, I think we'll be a much improved squad from week 1.
As a football coach, it's kind of interesting 2 games in, and you won't play a Friday night game until the 3rd game, but you get a Saturday, a Thursday, and a Friday a little bit here. So I always like to ask coaches early on the season, what do you enjoy most about whether it's a home opener, season opener, Friday night lights? What do you enjoy most, being on the sidelines on, kind of the quote unquote Friday night lights, even though for you guys to start, it's Saturday afternoon and Thursday night lights for the Jakes for the first 2 games of the season?
Yeah, I mean, I think, especially for anybody who's played football, I think it's just honestly the general vibe of just the whole Friday Night Lights feel. It's just you got that. You can smell the concession stand, the burgers and the hot dogs. You can see the sun setting. It's just a different type of feel. You got that cooler weather with it being night outside. It's just, I think, just the general vibe of the whole Friday Night Lights thing is huge, and I think that's the biggest thing trying to sell kids about playing football. It's like you don't really get that feeling anywhere else. So it's been really cool.
Thanks so much for your time. Best of luck this season, and have a good school year as well there at Northern Cass.
Thanks, Jace. Appreciate it.
That again, Tyler Euksted with us here on our pregame coaches conversation, brought to you in part by DJ Coulter Agency. Will continue after this from Hunter. For a top-notch car wash experience, head to Fast Lane Car Wash, situated next to the Petro Stopping Center in Fargo. They treat every vehicle with the same respect and care as their own, ensuring that your car is in good hands from pre-wash preparation to hand-dry finish. Check out the Fast Lane Car Wash on the west side of the Petro Stopping Center in Fargo and spruce up your ride with interior detailing, buff, and wax at the Fast Lane with Thomas, weekdays from 9 to 2. Call 701-799-8226 to schedule an appointment.
There was an idea
to bring together a group of remarkable people.
So when they needed us, the call is answered.
We need to get the right protection to as many people as we can.
We need to protect as many as we can.
We will.
We don't give up. Get the right protection for your lifestyle. Go to IRIinsurance.com to get a free quote and consultation.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors on their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
Our coaches' conversations here today brought to you in part by DJ Coulter Agency, your home, auto, life, business, and farm insurance agency that wants a shot at your business. Go to djcoulter.com. That again is djcoulter.com, providing you our pregame and postgame interviews this year here on your liveevent.com. I'm Chase Miller here tonight from Hunter alongside Brady Siebels here, kind of the puppet master behind the scenes. And this again is our Irie Insurance pregame show leading you up to kickoff. We hear from the coaches. Here's what some other scores across the landscape tonight and other games, at least on yourliveevent.com. A game that kicked off at 6 o'clock, Benson at Mahnomen-Waubun this season for the Thunderbirds, who won the section title last year at the Fargo Dome. West Central area traveling to Polk County West. That game going to be in Climax Fisher area. The other two games throughout the season will be at East Grand Forks. That's at 7 o'clock tonight with Joe Lancello. Then also tonight at 7 o'clock, Grafton going up against the Thompson Tommies. It's the Tommies opener. They'll be a Region 1 opponent this year of Northern Cass after the last 3 years playing in Region 2. Grafton opened up the season with the loss at home against Hillsborough Central Valley. James Martin says a call for you on that one, also at 7 o'clock. Those are games tonight across your live event. Tomorrow, Perm and Hawley, Hillsborough Central Valley at Park River, Valley City at Lisbon, and Fargo Shanley going up against Fargo South as we welcome you into the Labor Day weekend. As we continue here, some of the latest polls across the state of North Dakota in Division A. Kindred is number 1 after defeating Velvet Drake and Moose last Friday. Langdon area Edmore Munich number 2. They will host number 3, the Central Cass Squirrels, tomorrow night in Langdon. That's a rematch of the Division A quarterfinals from last season where the Cardinals beat the Squirrels. Number 4, the aforementioned Aggies, and number 5 are the Titans of Dickinson Trinity. Also from there, Bishop, Ryan, Carrington, Killdeer, Shiloh, and Botno in the receiving votes category. Again, this is our pregame show brought to you in part by Irie Insurance. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service that you deserve. Go to IrieInsurance.com to get a free quote started today. We'll continue after this. Starting lineups and the opening kick around the corner here from Hunter on yourliveevent.com.
Hi, this is Jim, and along with Bernie, we're inviting R&J Broadcasting Incorporated listeners to join us on a tour of the Hawaiian Islands, February 22nd through March 3rd. The Big Island will be part of this trip while taking in the breathtaking views of Oahu, the Big Island, and Maui. Enjoy the perfect balance between scheduled activities mixed with personal leisure time. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ to learn more about this tour, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure.
Halstead Telephone Company is now accepting applications for a full-time customer service representative. Primary duties is to provide customer care on inbound calls and for walk-in traffic, provide proactive sales to customers and administrative duties following the sale of products and services, complete general bookkeeping and other office duties as assigned. Halstead Telephone Company provides a competitive wage and generous benefits package including health, dental, vision, paid vacation, sick time, and retirement. Go to the website for more information, halsteadtel.com/careers. Position will remain open until filled.
As we come back here on our Irie Insurance pregame show, Northern Cass, after tonight, they will get back into Region 1 play for their first Friday night game of the season. They defeated Heart River on Saturday, 24-14, playing the Mustangs here tonight on Thursday. Then they make their way to Castleton on Friday. All the rest of the games this season will be on yourliveevent.com for Northern Cass. West Fargo Cheyenne, their varsity team has a 1-2 matchup in Division 3A, traveling to the Magic City, playing the Magi tomorrow night up in Minot. That's a look at what's ahead. We'll continue after this with the starting lineups here from Hunter on yourliveevent.com.
honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
The Northern Kansas School District believes that every learner can change the world. That's why they provide a world-class education. Northern Kansas will commit to purposely build trust, develop authentic relationships, and engage in innovative practices which will empower learners to be choice-ready. Northern Kansas is dedicated and passionate about relationships, teaching and learning, self-reflection, acknowledging greatness, and support of the community. For more information, go online to northernkansasschool.org. That's northernkansasschool.org.
Hungry and on the road, Petro Stopping Center in Fargo has got your back with an impressive lineup of goodies including Popeye's Chicken, Charlie's Cheesesteaks, Cinnabon, Papa John's, and a mouth-watering full-sized restaurant, the Dolly Down Grill. You'll be spoiled for choice. Whether you're a quick pit stopper or looking to settle in for a while, Petro Stopping Center's Fargo location has got you covered 24/7 every day of the week. Cruise on over to their spot just off 45th Street and I-94 and indulge in a feast fit for the road warrior in you.
At Polar Communications, innovation is in our DNA. We're pioneers, always looking ahead to what's next to ensure our communities thrive. We were the first in the state to offer gig services, and we didn't stop there. We continue to lead the way in delivering high-quality, reliable technology to your doorstep. A better experience starts here.
Keep your job site stocked with reliable service from Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters. Our team specializes in everything concrete. That means hand tools and equipment, rebar of all shapes and sizes, concrete forming packages and ICFs, decorative concrete materials like color, stain, sealers, and coatings. And let's not forget our impressive fleet of winter construction equipment to keep the concrete flowing all year round. If you've got concrete questions, we've got concrete answers at Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters.
As we get you ready for the starting lineups here, that again does it for the Irie Insurance pregame show. Get the insurance protection you want. They cover it all from home, auto, crop, commercial, and benefits insurance. For more information, go to IrieInsurance.com. That again is IrieInsurance.com to get a free quote started today. Current conditions here in Hunter. It is a pleasant Friday, all things considered, compared to what we had last week. It's about in the 70s. Overcast skies in the morning throughout the early parts of the afternoon have given way to nice sunny skies, and should be a gorgeous night here for high school football between the West Fargo Cheyenne Junior Varsity Mustangs, head coach by Andrew Watt, with Northern Cass, head coach by Tyler Euchstead. Division 3A meeting Division A with the Jags, again, Division A. West Fargo Cheyenne and their starters tonight, again, will go like this. At center, Brody Flacker with Trent Sanders at left guard. You have Jager Azure at right guard, Atreyu Barch at right tackle, and Grayson Mowry at left tackle. Kason Bernstein, the tight end. Landon Hansen, the sophomore wide receiver. Evan Tianganson, another wide receiver. C.J. Smith, a junior 5'9" wideout. And then from there, Enoch Orakatan. He will be in the tailback, and Ethan Visnes, the sophomore quarterback here tonight for West Fargo Cheyenne. The Mustangs in their white uniforms, white tops with the blue bottoms with the orange numerals and lettering with the blue helmet and the orange face mask. From there to Northern Cass and their starting lineups here tonight. As for the Jags, they will have their black uniforms with gold numerals, white lettering with the Jags in cursive on the helmet here tonight. Head coach by Tyler Euchstead. As their offense here this evening will go like this. Brody Geston is at center. Brody Vanderwall is going to be at left guard, and Caden Williams at right guard. Anders Humdenis, the right tackle, and Sam Nelson, the left tackle on the line here for Northern Cass, coming off a 24-14 win at Hart River again on Saturday. Luke Walski, the sophomore tight end. From there, Chris Hoyland, a junior wide receiver. Keelan Munson, the 6'4" senior wideout, and Matthew Metzger, the 5'8" senior wideout as well. Matthew Hoppe with over 200 rushing yards in the season opener and a score as well. The senior tailback, and Hudson Reichel, the 6-foot sophomore at 160 pounds, is at the quarterback position. Northern Cass, 24 points in their season opener, 290 yards of total offense, 184 on the ground, 106 through the air. They gave up 14 against Hart River, while on the opposite side for West Fargo Cheyenne Junior Varsity, this is their season opener. They will play, for some of them, make the trek to Minot tomorrow night to square off with the Magi in the varsity game. Their next JV game will be on September the 5th against Red River. That again does it for our pregame show and starting lineups. When we come back, the opening kickoff is next from Hunter.
From routine checkups to advanced treatments such as same-day crowns and implants, Southview Dental Care offers personalized care that fits your needs. They are there when you need them most, offering emergency examinations with same-day treatment in most cases. Have a cold sore or canker sore? Southview Dental Care provides laser treatments to address these painful conditions. Schedule your next dental appointment at southviewdentalcare.com. That's southviewdentalcare.com. Southview Dental Care in Moorhead is your dental home.
So we get you ready for this contest. Ball at the 40-yard line. You have 12-minute quarters. We'll keep you apprised of the contest in Boulder tonight, as that obviously is a large one. University of North Dakota plays Iowa State on Saturday. SDSU, Oklahoma State. College football is back. VCSU's at Minot State tonight. Oh, it's a fun time if you're a high school collegiate football fan here across the state, and also getting you into Labor Day weekend. It goes from north to south, left to right on your screen here this evening from Hunter. The lights are on, and we get ready for high school football this evening. Opening kick roughly at around 7:01. As for West Fargo Cheyenne, put one on the tee is going to be Gunnar Larkin, the 5'10 sophomore at 175 pounds, with the right-footed boot up coming here in Hunter. Here's the right-footed line drive kick that'll get picked up at the 29-yard line for the Jags. They will almost fumble the football, as on the return there will be Brooks Crockett, the freshman, to about the 34-yard line. Got popped, able to come back with the football there nicely for about a 5-yard return, and a good starting field position here for Northern Cass in the first quarter. Ball will be spotted again at their own 34-yard line. YourLiveEvent.com coaches show was able to talk with Tyler Eukstead, talking about the win over Hart River, and obviously coming into this game, the uniqueness of how these two teams matched up after Oak Grove. They were trying to get a football team continuing moving forward, but they eventually co-opted Fargo Sheyenne, which allowed Coach Bryce Laxton when it came to basketball, but also the AD here for Northern Cass to send out an email and kind of ask some teams out there, and Cheyenne said, we'll bring in the JV team if that's all right to go up against some varsity players. Reichel, play action, rolls out, has a man in the flat. It will be incomplete at the 35-yard line. Walski was the intended wide receiver. Will make it now 2nd down and 10. So the first ever matchup when it comes to football for the Jags and the Mustangs squaring off with each other. West Fargo Cheyenne has been a varsity program now for a decade plus. When it comes to varsity, they're 80 wins and 27 losses. They made 3 Dakota Bowl appearances from 2019 to 2021, and in 21 won a perfect 12-0 for head coach Jeremy Newton at the varsity level. Here's a handoff. Here goes Hoppe. Hoppe bounces out to the outside, puts the shoulder pad down at the 42, and Hoppe, pun intended, makes his way to the 45-yard line, hopping for a couple extra yards. A gain of 13, or make that 11 on the play. First down for Northern Cass. Hoppe able to get to the outside. The 6-foot senior give him now 215 rushing yards on 24 attempts. Those are good averages when it comes to a tailback here, as Northern Cass the last couple of years have found it to be difficult, as Region 1 has been, in terms of picking up wins, and they're trying to get to 2-0 here on the season if they can pick up the W. Motion man comes across. Hoppe with a little bit of a lane, breaks out of a tackle into Mustang territory. He could go. Hoppe to the 20, 15, 10, 5, end zone, touchdown, Northern Cass. It's a score of 55 yards, 2 rushes for Hoppe, and he hits pay dirt for the first time tonight, as Northern Cass on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard takes one, 55 yards for Hoppe. 2 rushes for 66 yards and a touchdown here for Hoppe, as that drive is 3 plays, just takes about 42 seconds off the clock, and it results in a touchdown. as they will go for the 2-point conversion. Hudson Raicho went 11 of 17 for 106 yards and 2 passing touchdowns in the win at Hart River on Saturday. So a short week for the Jags as they get back on the normal Friday set of things next week in Castleton. Here's going to be a handoff. Hoppy gets to the outside, and he's in for the 2-point conversion. We got a new score. 1 possession, 1 score, plus 2 for Hoppy. It's Hoppy 8, the Mustangs scoreless here on YourLiveEvent.com.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Sharing their heritage and their future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. Go to dhbanknd.com. That again is dhbanknd.com. Chase Miller, Brady Siebel's with you here. And Matthew Hoppy, if you're going to run like that, we're talking about an all-region and an all-stater potentially moving forward throughout the rest of the season, as he's on the doorstep of nearly 275 rushing yards in 1 game and 42 seconds of play here in the 2024 season. Northern Cass will open up region play again coming up next Friday in Castleton, as then they will host Oaks on the 13th for their second home game of the year. Northern Cass puts this one on the tee, as this will be with Brooks Crockett. This one will roll to the 15-yard line, picked up there by West Fargo Cheyenne, as they're able to get to the outside to about the 25-yard line. Have to double back on the opportunity here. And just a reminder, the Jags have already played 1 game for Cheyenne University. This is their first game of the season, as the Mustangs will come out here quickly down on the scoreboard 8-0. We'll see what they can do offensively. Under Coach Jeremy Newton over the years, this has been a team that likes to run the football, ground and pound, a little veer option at particular times, and they've been able to have tremendous success doing that, making some pretty good ways into the postseason. The Mustangs have made the playoffs consistently throughout Jeremy Newton's tenure outside of just 1 year. Handoff, this one goes up the middle, going to get stuck to about the 24-yard line for West Fargo Cheyenne. Just double checking on the number from up top here. Here's Enoch, as that one is going to be a loss of about 1 yard. Rocketon will go back 1 yard here on the play. And you will have it now 2nd and 11. Reggie Fonbula, the junior, not in the lineup here tonight for West Fargo Cheyenne, as the Mustangs with Brody Flocker again the center, as you have Ethan Visness, the sophomore at 5'9", $165 in the shotgun formation, looking to give the handoff here. Visness will keep it on the read option, get to the outside, and trying to muscle his way back to the original line before he is met up and stuck on the outside. Jacob Osee comes in on the tackle, makes it now 3rd down and a long 10 or maybe 11 upcoming here for the Mustangs. High school football tonight cannot ask for a better evening. Taking a look at Old Faithful, not barely moving at all when it comes to the wind. This is about as perfect of a night you could get playing high school football across the state of North Dakota, and welcoming our friends in Minnesota here tonight and tomorrow as well for their first games. Ethan, quick little screen to the outside. That'll go to Landon Hansen, and Hansen is met at the 25-yard line. As coming in, that will be Sam Nelson on the tackle. It is for about a gain of 1, and that's it. Brings up a 4th down upcoming. Hansen on the outside, the 5'8" sophomore getting bear hugged and wrapped down by the 6'2" senior Nelson. And for West Fargo Cheyenne, they will have to come out and punt this football away as Gunnar Larkin, the sophomore, stands back at his own 12-yard line. And for the Jags, we'll see what they can do. Little safe punt return here, as that one was nearly blocked. That'll bounce at about the 45, take a roll into Jags territory. A nice punt on the way for about 28, 29 yards before it's down by West Fargo Cheyenne with Landon Zink. It's a 3-and-out for the Mustangs, and the Jags. We'll see if we get a little bit more Hoppy in this second possession. So it'll be the second possession of the contest here for Northern Cass. This will be with 9:19 remaining, and the one thing here, you come out right away, break a couple of tackles. As we get to Northern Cass, and The defensive alignment here for Cheyenne after the play as Reichel goes back in the pistol formation. Twins to the right-hand side as Walski goes right to left across the formation here. Handoff goes to Hoppy. Hoppy trying to get into Mustang territory. Finds a crease to about the 48-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 5 yards here for Hoppy. As Walski going after it with a defensive back with Landon Zink at about the 40. It will be a gain of 5 yards. 3 carries now for 71 yards on the play. For Cheyenne, a 4-man front with Landon McFarland, the 5'10 sophomore at defensive end, with Sean Brindle, a junior defensive end, Mamadi Dorr, a defensive tackle at 6'2", and Alfonso Biba, the nose tackle, a junior at 5'11". We'll get to the linebackers and secondary in a moment. Second down upcoming. Handoff. This will go to Hoppy. Hoppy gets the numbers, gets the edge, stiff arms the man out of bounds to about the 45-yard line. As coming in on the tackle is Landon Zink to push Hoppy out of bounds at about the 44-yard line. Third down upcoming and short here for Hoppy. Already said Landon Zink a couple of times, a safety spot with Max Zanker. You have McGill Dugbay, a defensive corner with Will Morris as well. And then Julian at linebacker spot with Ethan Wilkie and Carson Strand here for the Mustangs. 8 minutes and 30 seconds remaining here. High school football again, you step out of bounds. Clock will stop. Hand off. This one will go Hoppy, and Hoppy is met right at the 46, 47-yard line as Mamadi Dorr, the 6'2" junior, comes in for a tackle of loss. The forward progress will mark it at the 46, so it's going to be a loss of 2 yards. Best defensive play of the night by the Mustangs front four. And now the first decision here for Coach Ukestead. Do you go for it, ball at the 46, or do you punt? Right now it looks like they're going to go for it here. Tight formation with Twins both lined up close to the line in the left and right. Pistol formation here for Reichel. Trying to get the hard count here. Looks over to Coach Ukestead with 10 seconds on the play clock. Going towards the north end zone here for Northern Cass. Hudson takes the snap, has a drop, has some time, looking across, has a man caught at the 34-yard line. Nice pitch and catch as it'll go to Jacob Ossie. Ossie able to get about 10 yards on the pitch and catch. It'll be a gain of 11, first down for Northern Cass. As Ossie had a reception for 3 yards in the win for Northern Cass against Hart River. Going back to Northern Cass here, taking a look at the last couple of seasons, back-to-back marks of 1-8 records, 2-6, but talking with Coach Ukestead last year, they got a JV program out, trying to prove some dividends, getting more guys out and trying to result in some more wins at the varsity level here this season as well. Handoff, Hoppy. Hoppy gets a crease to the outside as he makes his way to the 30-yard line, breaks a couple tackles inside the red zone and pushed out of bounds, and that could be a potential late flag. It will not. Just a good clean wrap up there by Landon Zink. That one will go all the way to about the 15-yard line, and it will be a gain of 19 yards as they mark him at the 16. 6 rushes, 92 yards, and a rushing touchdown for Hoppy so far. Good job by Hovdenis on the outside to hold his tackle or hold his block, and Caden Williams providing a little bit of real estate and some room for Northern Cass. As they will come out now, shotgun formation with Reichel here. Trips to the near sideline, Twins to the right. Cheyenne bringing some pressure. They will flip it to the right-hand side as that one will go to Keelan Munson. Munson making his way to about the 12, maybe 13-yard line, a couple of yards on the pitch and catch. Regardless, it's positive position here for the Jags. They'll give them 3 yards. First reception of the night here for Munson after having 1 reception last week out in Bellefield. So 2nd down and 7 for Northern Cass in their black uniforms here as they will come out midway through this first quarter play looking for their second score on their second drive. QB keeper to the outside as Reichel going to make his way to about the 14 before Mamadi Dorr comes in for his second tackle of the drive. They will get to the 14-yard line, bring up 3rd and a long 7. So 3rd down upcoming here for Northern Cass. Fargo Sheyenne, second drive, doing a better job trying to wrap up a little bit here with Reichel and Hoppy. And for the Jags, they will be on the near sideline here, looking to get at least to that 7-yard line to pick up the first down. Reichel, pocket collapses, flips the pass. This one will be incomplete On the outside, looking for that drag route coming across with Chris Hoyland. Just kind of bring everybody near sideline, bring Hoyland out. If Hoyland's able to catch that one, that could possibly be a touchdown. Instead, it will be 4th down upcoming here for Northern Cass. Rachel so far 2 for 4 through the air for 14 yards. The clock will stop with 5:22 remaining here. And we have an out-of-town scoreboard update from Boulder. NDSU 3, Colorado 0, 4 minutes into the contest. So the Bison get things going early out in Boulder, going up against Deion Sanders in prime time. Thanks to our cameraman and on-site producer tonight having the game cast up to us on the right-handed side. Here in Hunter, 5:52 remaining in the first quarter. Jake's trying to get up by 2 scores. Rachel moves the pocket, right-handed side, picks up a block by Hoppy, looks to go into the end zone. Here's the throw. Is it caught? Yes, it is. Is it inbounds or out of bounds? It's inbounds. Touchdown, Jags. Rachel to Munson, and it's 14-rip Northern Cass. 14 yards on the pitch and catch. And just like that, Munson now 2 catches on the drive for 17 yards and a score. And Northern Cass on a 4th down moves the pocket out with Reichel and able to find his man on the far sideline for the score. And the Jags looking good early as they have a 2-score lead and will go for that 2-point conversion. Hoppy dots the I here as they will go looking for a hard count with Reichel. Reichel, handoff, stretch play, Hoppy looking for a cut. And Hoppy will juke out of a tackle. Missing it is going to be Dugbe in the backfield. And we got a new score on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard thanks to a 14-yard pitch and catch. Reichel to Munson. It's Northern Cass 16, West Fargo Cheyenne Junior Varsity scoreless here on your liveevent.com.
In Hope, North Dakota, we aren't just a town, we're a community, one that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, a golf course and pool, the Sportsman Club, and great educational opportunities. There hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
16-0 Northern Cass over West Fargo Cheyenne. 5:46 left to play in the opening quarter here after that 14-yard pitch and catch. Reichel to Munson. Hoppy with a 2-point conversion. 2 possessions, 2 scores here for Northern Cass. Nice drive, able to take nearly over 3.5 minutes off the clock. West Fargo Cheyenne, this will be their best running field position. They don't care about that. They want some more. Nice return on the way. Looks to be Carson Strand, the junior. And for the Mustangs, they will have the football here nearly at midfield. It'll be ball spotted at the 47-yard line. If you're West Fargo Cheyenne, trying to get something brewing here after 3 and out offensively. So far, 2 possessions defensively, 3 plays and a touchdown that went 60-plus yards, 66, and then able to force Northern Cass into a couple 4th downs. They converted earlier on the drive, and then able to get one as well for the end zone. And Northern Cass able to get it in for 8 points with a 2-point conversion as the Mustangs come out here. Pistol formation or make that shotgun low snap business play action. Looking down the middle, looking for a man. Is it caught? No, it's not. Good effort, though, by Landon Hansen on that post pattern at about the 35-yard line will be incomplete. And Visness will make it now 2nd and 10, but they had a man there, and if you're able to get Landon in stride there for Ethan, might be talking about a new score. Instead, it's now 16-0. Also, speaking of a new score, Colorado right back on top now 7-3 over North Dakota State in the first quarter of play. High school football here tonight. We'll have more high school football tomorrow as well for 4 games across yourliveevent.com, and then volleyball season is fully here on Tuesday. This will go to the outside. Nice pitch and catch, bouncing his way. Fumble that'll be out of bounds as Bernstein, the tight end, able to come up with the reception to about the 49, maybe the 48 on the spot. That'll be 6 yards on the pitch and catch. So Bernstein makes his first catch of the 2024 season. And for Coach Newton and the Mustangs, it's number 1 versus number 2 tomorrow night up in Minot. The Magi, the defending state champs in 3A at number 1. The Mustangs at number 2 in the latest media poll will square off tomorrow night. That snap gets away by Ethan. Ethan does a good job rolling on top of it, but that's a healthy loss of 7 yards And it'll be 4th and long here for West Fargo Sheyenne. So for the Mustangs, maybe what you would expect a little bit here with a team playing their first game of the season, as they will come out and just haven't found their rhythm quite yet, as they will come on to punt this football away. It will be Gunnar Larkin. Back for the Mustangs, again, is Larkin. Metzger stands back at about his own 10 to 15-yard line in between there. Here's the punt. This will roll at the 31-yard line, take a Cheyenne bounce to the 20, and a nice healthy punt across the way for about 37 yards to flip the field. So far, 2 possessions, 2 punts. Well, on the opposite side, 2 possessions, 2 scores. That's been the difference so far. Here's Northern Cass starting at the 34, the 47, and this will be now the 24-yard line with 4:47 left to play here in the opening quarter. If you're a fan of Northern Cass, well, get comfortable on yourliveevent.com. The next about 6-7 Friday nights we'll have you covered for all the remaining home and visiting games for Northern Cass this season. You can watch them all for the rest of the year right here on yourliveevent.com for high school football. Motion man is Zeski to the outside. They're looking for him, makes the catch at the 15, comes back in, and Zeski keeps the pile going to about the original line of scrimmage. Might have lost potentially a yard or so, as that one will be actually at the 19, so that'll be at the 20. They will lose a yard on the play there. Hoppy able to come back in. As Parker Zeski, the 5'8 junior, able to get his first reception here tonight, makes it now 2nd and 11, trying to get to the outside. The Mustangs did a good job pursuing and having a way to tackle, as they will bring the diamond formation in the near sideline here now, as Hoppy spins his way close to the 25. You got 3 guys in front of Hoppy. Let him kind of pick a lane, if you will, as that was going to be caught for about 6 yards and make it 3rd down and a little more manageable here for Northern Cass. On the play, Hoppy with his first reception of the night, and Northern Cass quickly, with a little sugar no huddle here, get back to the line with 20 seconds left on that play clock. Under 4 minutes remaining here on yourliveevent.com in the opening quarter. Trips will go to the right-handed side, 1 near sideline here for Northern Cass. 3rd down for Reichel in the pistol formation. Mustangs showing pressure. We'll see if they bring 4 or 5. They're going to bring 5. Reichel trying to set up the screen. Has a man. That's Hoppy for the first down to the 30. Hoppy to the 35, but we do have a couple of yellow hankies on the play, and we'll see what the resulting penalty could possibly be on a screen. Might be blocking the back hold. If it's on the defense, you'd be looking at a potential face mask. Right now it's about a gain of 11 yards, barring the penalty. They'll mark the penalty here at the 37. It'll be a hold on Northern Cass. And with that, we'll replay the down. And you'll mark it back from the 32-yard line, that is, excuse me. So mark it back from the 32, go to the 22-yard line. And now we'll bring up 3rd down again for Northern Cass. Executed the screen pass well that time, but with the penalty, that'll mark them back. As now you'll have a 3rd down upcoming here for Northern Cass. Again at the 22, they will need nearly the 30-yard line for the first. Shotgun formation, trips to the right-handed side of the field. Cheyenne with 4 down linemen. The Mustangs, they brought 5 last time. They will bring 5 this time as well. Reichel trying to step up, and Reichel's going to get out of 1 tackle for a loss, but eventually gets sacked in the backfield. Good pursuits here from West Fargo Sheyenne on the play, as Biba was there, also was there with him on the one, was Adore making an opportunity for that 1-2 punch for a tackle for a loss, and eventually a sack of 5 yards there for the Mustangs. So 2nd down upcoming as Matthew Hoppy stands back at his own 3-yard line. Clean snap. Hoppy with the left-footed boot. Nice kick to the near sideline here. The Mustangs will see this one bounce. It'll go out of bounds at the 43, make it about the 44-yard line. Nearly a 30-yard punt. But for Northern Cass, they have their first punt of the night. Well, on the opposite side, for the Mustangs, this would be their best starting field position at the 25, the 47, and the first time they will be in plus territory at the 44-yard line here late in this first quarter of play. Also going on tomorrow night here on YourLiveEvent.com in high school football, Valley City making their way to Lisbon, Hillsborough Central Valley at Park River, Shanley at South, and then Perm going up against Hawley in Hawley tomorrow night on YourLiveEvent.com. Enoch trying to split a couple of defenders here, making his way to about the 42-yard line. And on that one is going to be Orakatang, able to get his way for about 2 yards. So 2 carries for about a yard now makes it 2nd down and 8 as Visness will come back out, and the Mustangs looking to try to get their first down of the contest here. A couple of 3-and-outs, and if they can do so, they'll be knocking on the door here to try to end the end of the first quarter here. Now at the 42-yard line, shotgun formation. Visness again hands it off. Arakate making his way to the 35 to about the 34-yard line, and that's a couple of positive plays for head coach. That was Andrew Rott for this junior varsity program, close to the sticks of the line to gain. They will take a look at it and give them the first down. So first down upcoming here, 8 yards on the rush. 3 carries now for 9 yards for Enoch. Arakatan able to get to about the 34-yard line here. And for the Mustangs, trying to see if they can reach pay dirt for the first time this season and potentially make it a 1-score game. Twins both left and right. Northern Cass 3 down lineman, handoff. This will go to the outside, and this time able to come in on the tackle is Chris Hoyland as Enoch gets back to the original line, and that's about it. For the defensive front for Northern Cass this season, a 3-down lineman with Nelson at 1 defensive end spot. Defensive tackle of Brody Vanderwall, the 6'1" sophomore. Then Brody Guest in the other side. You have linebackers of Hoyland and Walski on the outside. Inside, Hoppy and Zeski. Corners of Munson and Osi, and safeties of Metzger and Kemet here this season for Northern Cass. 2nd down and 10, shotgun. Vissen throws. Little curl on the outside, able to make the completion inside the 30 to about the 29-yard line on the far side of the play. As taking a look, as that one looks to be with Max Zanker, able to get the 6 yards. And that'll be 13 receiving yards so far here today. First reception for Zanker now makes it 3rd down upcoming. Vissen makes his way to the outside looking for the first down, and he's going to be close to the red zone here as he's popped out of bounds close to the 20-yard line. So Vissen able to get a first down here, and a nice drive all of a sudden brewing here for West Fargo Sheyenne. Update from Boulder late in the first quarter. North Dakota State 10, Colorado 7 in a back-and-forth contest. And a lot of folks are saying that could be a high-scoring game with some 2 good offenses. And so far, those pundits have been accurate early on out in Boulder. Here in Hunter, 16 points for Northern Cass. They've got a goose egg defensively, but the Mustangs are knocking on the door here. Just outside the red zone. Vissen, QB keeper, able to pull the guard out in front. Vissen then gets tattooed at about the 18-yard line. They will keep the clock rolling as that'll be in the field of play before he was tackled. So that'll be a good gain to the 17 for about a gain of 4. 4 carries for 4 yards for Visness here, and we'll see if Cheyenne takes this one to the quarter. On our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, sharing their heritage and their future. After 1 quarter play, it's Northern Cass 16, West Fargo Sheyenne Junior Varsity scoreless. The Mustangs driving will continue after this, after a quarter break on YourLiveEvent.com.
Buying a new home, but worried about the interest rate and terms from your bank? At First Class Mortgage, we'll find a mortgage that fits your needs. Shopping national banks and other lenders for the lowest rate and most affordable terms, saving you time and money. So all you need to worry about is enjoying your new home. First Class Mortgage, our expertise, your peace of mind. Put an expert to work for you. Call today.
Hunter Insurance Agency is a locally owned full-service agency providing protection and coverage in a number of different areas. Hunter Insurance Agency offers multi-peril crop insurance, crop hail insurance, and farm insurance for buildings and equipment. Plus, they offer home, auto, life, and business insurance. For more information, go online to hunterinsuranceagency.com or stop in and speak with Johnny Jorgensen at Hunter Insurance Agency. Find them at 109 Main Street in Hunter.
Make sure you stay tuned to our post-game show later tonight. We'll go over the final stats of this one, hear from the victorious head coach, the player of the game, that and more are still to come. And also the player of the game gets an Enbridge Energy shirt as well, as they will flip the sides, as now Cheyenne will be going to the north end zone here tonight in Hunter. High school football here on yourliveevent.com. Chase Miller with you alongside with Brady Siebels here. As a nice start for those of you that are just joining us. Hoppy with a 53-yard rushing touchdown. Make that a 55-yard rushing touchdown, 2-point conversion. Reichel to Munson for 14 yards and a 4th and 7 at the 14. Hoppy with a 2-point conversion. That's where we have 16-0 on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. But for the Mustangs right now, a really good drive starting in positive territory at the Jags 44. It's already milked off 2 minutes and 56 seconds off the clock. Visness rolls right-handed side, is at the 25-yard line, and he's going to lose the football. It's free. Northern Cass trying to pick it up back at the 25, 27-yard line. Visness absolutely got uncorked on that one. Brody Gueston, the senior, able to deliver the lumber, and this one will be a turnover on the play as well, so it is a fumble. Brody able to cause the fumble, pick up the fumble, and he gets the ball right back here for Northern Cass. So a good drive goes awry, as now Northern Cass will have their 4th possession of the game. This will be at the 27-yard line with 11:52 remaining. But again, Gueston able to get the strip sack fumble. And now you're going to have a 1st down and 10 for Northern Cass. Hoppy able to wash his way to the outside past the 30. Hoppy has some good field vision right now here for the Jags. Able to slowly see if there's a read option on the play. Maybe you have a pulling guard. Able to allow those guys to get out in front and get a healthy 4, maybe 5 yards on the play upcoming here for Northern Cass as he's reaching the century mark. 7 carries for 96 yards so far here for Hoppy. Again, he had 204 rushing yards on 23 attempts last week out in, well, it felt like Montana with the 306-mile trek out to Belfield. As Hoppy goes to the outside, able to get out of not 1 but 2 tackles, cuts back inside, looking to pick up a block to the numbers 40. Hoppy at the 50, inside Mustang territory, puts the helmet down, keeps going at the 25, carrying Mustangs with him to the 16-yard line. Hoppy with a gain of 50-plus yards, make it 55 yards on the play. 1st down and 10, Northern Cass. Hoppy now with 151 rushing yards on 8 carries here tonight. And he's got a pair of 55 rushing yards, 1 a touchdown, and a 2nd one here to get them inside the red zone for the Jags. Cheyenne nearly flinching on the hard count by Reichel. 10 seconds on the play clock. They look over to the near sideline of Coach Eukstead here for any adjustment. There has yet to be a Bank North timeout here tonight. 2 seconds, and well, right on cue, the announcer's jinx. Bank North timeout with 10:37 left to play. You don't mind that kind of announcer's jinx, as we'll continue after this on yourliveevent.com. When it comes to keeping your home comfortable, Bears Home Solutions has all your needs covered. From expert heating and cooling services to top-notch plumbing and fireplace installations, their team ensures your home stays cozy year-round. Trust their experienced professionals to handle it all, efficiently, affordably, and with a smile. Ready to upgrade? Call Bears Home Solutions at 701-365-0365 or check them out on Facebook. Bears Home Solutions, where comfort meets excellence. Time on the field brought to you in part by Bank North. Good sportsmanship is a valuable trait that goes far beyond the game. For Bank North, it is achieved by helping customers achieve their financial goals and supporting their dreams and financial goals. To learn more, visit ibanknorth.com. That's ibanknorth.com, member FDIC, equal housing lender. So after the timeout, first one taken of the contest here will be first down and 10 upcoming for Northern Cass. You're going to circle this play if the Jags can punch it in. That Geston strip fumble sack when Cheyenne is in the Northern Cass red zone, able to turn the momentum immediately when it looked like Cheyenne was at least going to get on the board and cut it to a bare minimum. A 10-point game has now resulted in Northern Cass now just yards away from trying to get their third rushing score or touchdown, or their touchdown of the game, that is. A little jet sweep to the outside on the pitch. That's going to go nowhere as Metzger is going to get wrapped up in the backfield as McFarland able to come in for the tackle for a loss all the way back to the 21-yard line. That'll be actually a loss of 6 through the air. And that little jet pass. And now it'll be second down and long upcoming here for Northern Cass. The Jags in their all-black uniforms with the gold numerals outlined in white with the cursive Jags on the helmets. Cheyenne in their white tops, their blue pants, the traditional Mustang uniform since its inception over a decade ago for high school football. Hoppy motions out to left-hand side. Reichel looking for the quick screen on the near sideline here as a nice little development block to about the 9-yard line. Munson very patient on the play, able to get a couple of offensive linemen out in front of him and makes that all the way to the 9-yard line for a gain of about 12 yards. So a nice play that results in a third down and very manageable all of a sudden. 3 catches for 29 yards and a score for Munson. And good job getting out there with Hubness, Williams, and Geston and company, able to try to get a couple of Mustangs down the ground and pick up a third down and very manageable here for Reichel in the backfield. Play clock down to 5. Now down to 2. Reichel trying to get it off before the 5 yards does. Handoff Hoppy, a little counter play, and the Mustangs are ready for it. They got to try to bring Hoppy down, and eventually they will as Carson Strand comes in on the tackle back to the 11-yard line for a loss of 2. Northern Cass converted on a 4th down on their second possession of the game that resulted in a 14-yard passing touchdown. We'll see what they can draw up here on another 4th down opportunity. Trips left, one to the near sideline is Munson. Cheyenne, 4-down linemen. They have brought pressure consistently tonight with 5. They will bring 4 this time. Looking for Munson in the end zone. Incomplete. Trying to throw a little loft ball out there. Will Morris, the 5'9 junior, able to play well defensively there as they were looking for the 6'4 Munson, and it will be a turnover on downs. Update from Boulder, Colorado 14, NDSU 10. 3 minutes left to play in the opening quarter. But here in Hunter, West Fargo Cheyenne makes the stop. So a pair of touchdowns, a punt, and then a turnover on downs for Northern Cass. So far for the Mustangs, 2 punts, a fumble, and now they will start the ball at their own 11-yard line here in their first possession of the second quarter. Still to come on our halftime show, brought to you in part by Hunter Insurance Agency. We'll take a look at the first half numbers, recap the scoring here in this one, go over Ottertown scoreboard, that and more still to come on our halftime show. Brought to you in part by Hunter Insurance Agency in a game that's gone 37 minutes so far here tonight from Hunter. West Fargo Cheyenne, Visness, play action going down the middle, incomplete. Really good job by Metzger, able to time that one perfectly. They were looking for Tiongsun, the 6-foot junior wide receiver on the post pattern, will make it now second down and 10. Metzger able to get his left mid on that one, bat the ball down, kind of playing the center field, if you will. Those are tough ones to time because if you get there early, it's going to be a penalty. But if you can time it upright, as Metzger did there, bat that ball away, makes it now second down and 10 as the Mustangs took a shot on first down. Second down upcoming here. Arakaton in the backfield. He'll get the football here. That's Enoch. Enoch making his way close to the 15-yard line. Be about a gain of 4 yards. Couple of Jags were in on the tackle. One of those coming in looks to be like Jet on the play. The 6-foot sophomore getting a little of action. And now make now third down upcoming here for West Fargo Cheyenne. 5 carries for 12 yards so far today. Rakatane. Enoch, the first name here. West Fargo Cheyenne will get the ball to start the second half as well. So last 7.5 minutes here of the first quarter. Cheyenne trying to get back to at least a one-possession game for half. Northern Cats trying to make it a three-possession game if they can get a quick stop. This one, Arakatane to the outside, cuts back in, bounces off his own man on the outside, and he's going to get wrapped up for about maybe to the 16-yard line. As a couple of players on the far sideline for Northern Cass in on the tackle was Hunter Kemet, also Brody Gueston flying around. And it'll be fourth down upcoming here for West Fargo Sheyenne. Mustangs looking to punt this one off. Here's the right-footed kick by Larkin. This will bounce into Northern Cass territory at the 49-yard line. And if you're Northern Cass, you'll have your fifth possession of the game. Second of the quarter. Best starting field position of the game for Northern Cass at their own 47-yard line. Jags with 2 timeouts remaining. West Fargo Sheyenne Junior Varsity with 1 timeout remaining. 4 more high school games tomorrow on yourliveevent.com. Then we really get into the swing of things after a Labor Day weekend. Tuesday and Thursday, a ton of volleyball. Friday, back to high school football, and then we're back in business. Again, kind of into the school year on both sides of the river in Minnesota and North Dakota. Motion man going right to left is Metzger. Handoff will be on the stretch play to Hoppy. Hoppy gets into Mustang territory and wrapped up at about the 46-yard line. In on the tackle is going to be Bernstein, part of the tackle. And that'll get to about the 46 for a gain of 5 yards here for Hoppy. Northern Cass doing a good job so far here for head coach Tyler Eukstead. Good win out in Hart River last week, trying to get back-to-back wins here to start the 2024 season before region play opens up. For West Fargo Sheyenne Junior Varsity, their next game is a week from tonight against Red River. Play action, Reichel able to step up. Reichel, big throw down the field. This one's caught at the 10-yard line. Metzger with the B-button spin move as he hot steps in the end zone. Touchdown, Northern Cass. Reichel, the Metzger, 46 yards for Paydirt. And on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, it's Northern Cass 22, West Fargo Sheyenne scoreless. Metzger with the second catch of the Friday of the Thursday night. Now with 2 receiving touchdowns on the season, and Metzger able to get the score. And just like that, we were talking about the momentum of a game, maybe switching one way or another. There it is, the 3-score lead. 46 yards again to Metzger by Reichel as they will come out for the 2-point conversion. Reichel trying to keep it. Reichel. And we get a flag coming down. This is on Northern Cass. They'll have to move it back. If it's on West Fargo Sheyenne, they spotted the ball at the 1. So if it's on Northern Cass, or they spotted the ball, but we'll see the penalty if they get another crack at the 2-point conversion. And we'll see what the white hat discusses here. Holding on Northern Cass. And they will replay the possession here. As they will go from the 2-yard line or from the spot of the hold, move it back 10 yards. Been a pretty clean game overall, all things considered. That'll just be the second penalty now for Northern Cass. This will be of 20 yards, make it another 2-point conversion upcoming. So far, both 2-point conversions have been recorded by Hoppy on a rushing 2-point. Reichel rolling, right-handed side, pops the pass. This one will be incomplete at the goal line. The intended receiver was Chris Hoyland. There defensively was Landon Zink, but we do have a new score. 5:55 left on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard in the opening half. Northern Cass leads it by 22.
We know switching banks takes time. But what if we told you that at Bell Bank, we have a team that knows you by name?
Worth it.
Or real people that answer the phone within 22 seconds.
Worth it.
A bank that you can trust that will never hit you with sneaky fees
It's so worth it.
Switch and see why Bell Bank is worth it. Bell Bank, member FDIC.
That drive able to go 1 minute and 8 seconds, 51 yards, and a touchdown here for Northern Cass. 3 touchdowns, a punt and down so far on their 5 possessions as they will put this one on the tee at the 40-yard line. As the Jags will be kicking left to right or from the north to the south here as they will put this one on the tee. That will be with Brooks Crockett here, the freshman at 5'11". Back to return here for West Fargo Cheyenne is Landon Zink. Here's the kick. That will bounce to about the 27-yard line. One hop, and the knee was down as coming up, that one was Max Zinker bat at the 24-yard line. As this will be coming up with 5:54 left remaining here in the opening half. Tough one if you're Max Zinker there. You want to get the football, but again, you put your knee to the turf, unlike the National Football League. In college and the NFL, that is an immediate downage. If you're used to playing first or third base, you kind of get taught that sometimes. Keep the play and the ball in front of you. That's exactly what he was able to do and make sure it didn't go back any farther than what it was. So far for Coach Euchstead and the Jags, really good first half. Quality first half from their standpoint. For Andrew Rotten, West Fargo Cheyenne Junior Varsity, a good possession last time that ended in a turnover. That was a fumble. They'll try to keep what they did last time, turn out some yards, but try to get in the end zone for the Mustangs. As the Rocketang will make his way to about the 23-yard line before he is met and stuck. Good job upcoming there for Northern Cass. Zeski also looks like Trevor Lee was in on the play at the linebacker spot as well, kind of helping out a little bit there for the Jags. Makes it now 2nd down and 10 upcoming for the Mustangs. As you will now have 2nd down upcoming. 2 wide receivers on the near sideline here with Bernstein. Also, there's going to be Caden, the 5'8" sophomore. Handoff. Rocketang able to break out of a couple of tackles, but not before he was met up top by Parker Zeski yet again. Zeski just came out of nowhere with a good pop. Makes it now 3rd down and long. And for West Fargo Cheyenne, they will try to convert a 3rd and 11 upcoming. 7 attempts for 11 yards so far. And the Mustangs right now, we'll see what they draw up here on yourliveevent.com. For a 3rd down upcoming here for West Fargo Cheyenne. They will have trips to the right-hand side, one to the near sideline. That'll be Bernstein. Right now, Northern Cass with a single high free safety. Visness has some time, rolling, now right-hand side, looking down the field to make a play, throws it across, and this one, is it intercepted? No. Trying to come up with the interception was Hudson Reichel at the 42-yard line. Visness rolled the right-handed side, had 1 or 2 Mustangs in the vicinity that he was throwing, just couldn't come up with it, and so far through the air is 4 of 7 so far here tonight for 17 yards, and it brings up a 4th down. And now if you're Northern Cass, it's time to get greedy late in this 2nd quarter, while if you're West Fargo Cheyenne, looking for a defensive stop before you get the ball to start the 2nd half. Here's a high end-over-end punt that's going to roll at the 47, take a Northern Cass bounce to the 42-yard line, and that's a punt of about 20 yards, and it'll be 1st down and 10 for Northern Cass. 6th possession of the contest here for the Jags. They're first in Mustang territory. That'll start the drive at the 42-yard line with 4:11 remaining here in this first half of play. Chase Miller, Brady Siebels with you here. You're going to see Brady Siebels back in our rotation throughout this season here of 2024, so you'll start hearing him on more and more broadcasts. Help out last week, make the trek up to Grafton from Fargo, able to help out with the Hillsborough Central Valley spoiler game. Hoppy makes a cut, gets to the 39-yard line as he cuts back inside. Check that. In on the carry on that time will be on the play. As this one will come across with Zeski, that is, for about to the 39-yard line for a gain of 3 yards. So Zeski in the backfield. Twins to the left-hand side, one to the right-hand side. Reichel takes a look at the play clock here. 2nd down and 7 upcoming. Little read option. They will go to the outside of the boundary with the catch. Breaking a tackle to the outside 20 and pushed out of bounds as the Metzger is able to get into the red zone here at the 19-yard line for a gain of about 20 yards. Little RPO action play. Go to the outside, hit your man in the slot, able to get the far guy, able to block down the field. Metzger having himself a nice first half of play. 3 receptions for 64 yards and a score. Well, on the opposite side, it just keeps getting better for Reichel as well. So far with 115 yards through the air for Hudson Reichel, the sophomore. Pistol formation, Metzger in the backfield. Reichel steps up, and there's a flay coming here. Felt the pressure, did a good job at least gaining something out of maybe what could have been a 4 or 5 yard loss. In on the tackle is Landon McFarland, the sophomore. We'll see what the penalty is, again, back at the 19-yard line. Looking over to Andrew Rott here with the white hat. Looks to be on Northern Cass potentially. If it is, you can either decline it. Ball will be at the 19-yard line, 2nd and 10, or push him back, barring the penalty. And we got a hold. And they will accept the penalty, and it'll be a 1st down and long upcoming here. 3rd penalty for 30 yards. All has resulted in 10 yards each as a penalty here. As this will go all the way back to the 30. Make that the 29-yard line. And now 1st down and 20 upcoming for Northern Cass as they continue to wind the play clock here, which will get restarted again at 20. And counting. 1 wide receiver near sideline. That'll be Munson, as he will have 1 to the left-hand side. 4 down linemen again for Cheyenne. Mustang's been playing with a single high or double high safety, about 10 yards off the ball for most of tonight. This will be a handoff looking to get to the outside. Hoppy and not going to go anywhere. Immediately wrapped up for a tackle for a loss, and we've said his name a couple of times tonight here for West Fargo Cheyenne as Mamadi Dorr, the 6'2" junior, coming in for a tackle for a loss back to the 32-yard line for a loss of 3. 11 carries for 151 yards for Hoppy. He does have a 55-yard rushing touchdown again. So far, Reichel with 2 passing scores here today as well for the Jags. 2nd and nearly a country mile upcoming for Northern Cass. Need to get to about that 10-yard line for a first. 2nd down upcoming, play action. Reichel rolling, right-handed side. Steps out of a sack, still looking down the field. Reichel throws the football. That's going to be incomplete, and look out in front of the high school section. A couple of high school students kind of got the better of the play there with Chris Hoyland. Also good defense on the play on the far sideline. Looks to be Doug Bay on that one. Makes it 3rd down upcoming in 23. 3rd and long upcoming here for Northern Cass as everyone looks to be all right. Didn't see any liquid or popcorn fly, so that's the good news. Makes it now 3rd down upcoming. Just over 2 minutes to play here in the opening half. High school football here today on yourliveevent.com. Northern Cass and West Fargo Cheyenne Junior Varsity. So go to the outside, making his way to the 20-yard line. Good pitch and catch here as this one will go with Metzger. Metzger nearly getting back inside the red zone, does for a gain of 13. 128 yards through the air for Reichel. And Metzger now with his 4th catch. He has 77 yards and a score and makes it 3rd and manageable. But we do have a penalty flag again on the play back at the 31, and we'll see what happens. It's going to be holding back immediately at the 31-yard line. And they can either decline it, make it 4th and 9, or make it 3rd and what was a country mile, 3rd and even longer here. So we'll see what Andrew Rott wants to do, and it looks like they're going to move him back. So negates the reception. Another penalty, and after he said it was a fairly clean game on the 2nd penalty, Coach Hukestad not going to be too happy with these penalties in kind of consecutive order here for Northern Cass, almost hamstringing them out of the particular possession here. 1 wide receiver near sideline, 3rd down upcoming. Pistol again for Reichel. Reichel steps up. Reichel gets sacked back at the 50-yard line. Guess who yet again? Mamadi Dor, the junior nose tackle, with a big sack for a loss, as that will bring up 4th down upcoming here for Northern Cass. As we do have a timeout with Andrew Rott. He will call a timeout. We'll break with him. This is a timeout brought to you in part by Bank North. We're back after this on YourLiveEvent.com.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
And again, timeout brought to you in part by Bank North. While supporting and improving their great rural communities that they serve, Bank North is achieved by helping customers pursue their dreams and financial goals. Go to ibanknorth.com, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Out-of-town scoreboard up in Boulder. It's North Dakota State 17, Colorado 14. 12 minutes left to play in the opening half. Well, that has been a high-flying track meet so far tonight in Boulder. Here, Northern Cass will have to come out and punt. This is their second punt of the night. Hoppy gets this one away. Nice end over end sky kick. That'll be fair caught at about the 12-yard line on the play. That's going to be fair caught by Landon Zink. Northern Cass, their second punt of tonight. And with 1:44 remaining here in the first half, both teams will have 2 timeouts remaining. If you're Cheyenne, you're looking to bust a 30, 40-yard play, give yourself an opportunity here to score as you get the ball to start the second half. So trying to cut that lead down to 22-6, 22-8. On the opposite side, if you're Northern Cass here, Coach Ukestead, how much you want to roll the dice in your own right? If you make a stand, maybe there's an incompletion on play number 1. You got a couple of timeouts to work with, and we've seen some big opportunities of 20, 30, 40-plus yards so far here for this Northern Cass offense. As Ethan Orakatane able to spin his way to the 18-yard line. Chris Hoyland on the tackle, and the Mustangs quickly get to line. They will go 2 wide receivers near sideline, 1 to the right. Ethan Visnes in the shotgun formation looking for the quick screen. That one somehow caught at the shoelaces, as this one will be with Landon McFarland, and McFarland gets to the 23-yard line. And I think we're going to get an injury timeout here. You just hope it's maybe a cramp, and that's it. We will take a break with them. Looks to be enough for the first down, but we'll continue after this as they attend to McFarland.
I love my decision. I love the smallness of it and how close everyone is. Some of my other friends went to a 4-year school, and I'm going to be done before them, even with 2 degrees and for a lot less money. My name's Casey, and I'm here for my future.
First week of college, I can't tell you how many friends I've made. It's a family, you know what I mean? Like, every time I go to a meeting, like, everyone knows my name. They're always kind to me. I love it. I can't explain how much I love it here. My name is Junior, and I'm here for my future.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Good news for Mustang fans is coming off the field under his own accord again was Landon McFarland. And now the Mustangs will handle the football here as Orakatane making his way. Nice healthy gain for a first down to about the 35-yard line. Clock will stop with the first down for a gain of 11 yards. 9 carries now for 28 yards. And as we said, we saw a little bit in the second quarter, and we're seeing it here late. We're starting to see Cheyenne getting a little sign of life offensively. They still got 2 timeouts remaining, under 60 seconds here in the first half, and we'll see what Ethan Visnes does at the quarterback spot for head coach Andrew Rott and the Mustangs. Visness quick little slant play, incomplete, intended for C.J. Smith. They were going on a double slant as he had both the outside receiver and the receiver that was lined up on the inside, just running a quick little slant with Hansen. It was there, would have been a first down and some. Instead of a clock, it'll stop the clock on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard here. 45 seconds remaining in this first half of play. High school football, speaking of some high up-tempo offense tomorrow night on yourliveevent.com. The Fargo Sheyenne Deacons meet Fargo South. The Deacons want to run about 85 to 90 snaps a game. When talking with head coach Troy Mathern in South this year, it's going to be similar tomorrow night. Visness, pitch, throwing, outside. Is it caught? Yes, it is by Smith. Good catch there by C.J. Smith on the outside. They will say they will continue to keep the clock moving as that was inbounds. So ball will be at the 43-yard line, 8 yards on the pitch and catch. So good job by Smith, but he didn't get out of bounds when his knee was down inbounds. So the clock continues to wind here as they got to go on the quick hurry up from the Mustangs. Visness handles the low snap, pitch, fire, goes outside back to his man again. This one will be out of bounds right at midfield for about 6 yards with C.J. Smith yet again. Smith with 14 yards on the pitch and catch. And we'll get a timeout here with West Fargo Sheyenne. We'll keep it here. 16.2 seconds remaining in the first half of play. The Mustangs can still have everything in their playbook with a timeout remaining. And in high school football, again, you get out of bounds, clock stops. If it's a first down, clock stops as well. College football, a new rule this season, is a 2-minute warning in the first and second half this year. So when you're going to a game or heading to a game, the 2-minute warning will be in full effect. The only reason I know that is College Football 24, playing that a little bit throughout the PlayStation, seeing that the very first time, going, what are we doing with the 2-minute warning? And came out and, started reading on social media and the internet some of the new rules for college football this year, so there's always something a little bit different. High school football this year, when it comes to 1A, it's the normal business for the postseason. You win your region, top 4, you're in the playoffs. In 3A this year, the QRF is gone. There's 5 teams in the East. If you're the top 4, you're making it to the quarterfinals. So a little something new, but old at the same standpoint when it comes to 3A. First down and 10, Visness in the shotgun formation, rolling to the near sideline. Steps up, fires, intended receiver is Smith. Munson in on the coverage, makes it 2nd and 10. If you're Cheyenne, you have enough time to run that similar play to try to get 10, maybe 15 yards down the field to get a little closer for Visness here. So, and you still have the chance, if you look at the numbers, might want to call a rushing play here. If you get 10, 15 yards, you can get a first down, call a timeout, get to past the 40-yard line. So the playbook, again, still open for the Mustangs. There's a play clock under 15 seconds here in Hunter. 2 wide receivers left and right. Northern Cass will see if they bring some pressure. They will bring 3. Visness going on the wheel route to the outside. That's going to be hauled in. Yes, it is. It's a catch. They'll have to call a timeout quickly. And there the timeout is with 3.1 seconds remaining. This is a Bank North timeout here on yourliveevent.com. So 8 yards. Little wheel route coming out of the backfield. 10 catches for, make that 2 catches for 10 yards here for Enoch. Again, this is the final timeout, brought to you in part by Bank North for Cheyenne Junior Varsity. So unless there is a defensive penalty here, this will be the final play of this first half. Again, that's a Bank North timeout. Go to ibanknorth.com. That's ibanknorth.com. Third down upcoming. Nicely done, though, by the Mustangs here in terms of where they were at with the football, starting back at their own 12-yard line with a $1:44 remaining here in the first half to give yourself, as you hear coaches say in any sport, just give your team a chance. Give your team a shot to try to make something happen, and that's what they're doing here. Third down. This is where a hook and ladder might come out in effect, maybe a screenplay. First game of the season, how much have you repped it and practiced it is the question. Visness will see his arm as well. Can he get it to the end zone or get it close here for the Mustangs? Visness rolling, right-handed side, steps up. Now he's going to take off and run, trying to get out of bounds, but the clock will stop. It will not matter. It is a first down for about a gain of 4 yards, but that's how we'll end our first half of play. And a very entertaining back and forth in terms of possessions going back and forth. In the first half, that took just over 1 hour play. On our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, Northern Cass 22, West Fargo Sheyenne Junior University scoreless. Second half action is coming up, but first we'll get to our Hunter Insurance halftime show after this here on YourLiveEvent.com.
As an American Family agent, I look out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. This is Chris Heisey. Visit me online at chrisheisey.com. These days, everyone wants to save money. I can show you how easy it is by having multiple policies. By combining your auto and homeowner's insurance, I can put some change back into your pocket. My website again is chrisheisey.com. I want to be your American Family agent.
American Family Insurance.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers. They are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Dagelman Industries is proud to manufacture tough, high-performance equipment right here in North Dakota. From our industry-defining Pro-Till high-speed discs, bulletproof bulldozer blades, and our robust, heavy-duty land rollers, we focus on support and make the experience of owning a Dagelman unlike any other. Dagelman, engineered tough in North Dakota.
Say goodbye to boring birthday parties and corporate events and say hello to a supercharged celebration at the Empire Sports Complex in Fargo with their epic bounce houses that's guaranteed to have your guests jumping for joy at the Empire Sports Complex. Their bounce houses are the ultimate party starter, but don't wait too long to book. Go online now to empirefargo.org. That's empirefargo.org or call 701-318-4161 for your next birthday party or corporate event. The Empire Sports Complex in Fargo.
At the half here in Hunter on YourLiveEvent.com, it's the Hunter Insurance Agency halftime show dedicated to providing you the best support for your insurance requests from crop, hail, farm, and more. For more information, go online to HunterInsuranceAgency.com. That again is HunterInsuranceAgency.com. Chase Miller, Brady Siebel's with you here from Hunter. Let's take a recap of what happened in the opening 24 minutes of game action here from Northern Cass. Northern Cass 16 points in the first quarter, 6 in the second. It started on the third play of the game with a hoppy 55-yard rushing touchdown. The two-point conversion was good, made it 8-0 Northern Cass. Then Reichel on a 4th down and 7 at the 14 hit Munson for 14 yards. Hoppy rushed in the two-point conversion. It was 16 Northern Cass, 16 Rip in the opening 2 possessions of the game. Then a big defensive play with West Fargo Sheyenne driving into Northern Cass territory. Brody Geston with a strip sack fumble on that ensuing possession. Reichel hit Metzger for a 46-yard score. Two-point conversion was no good, and that's how we ended the first half of play. First half numbers for Northern Cass, 269 yards of total offense, 15 carries for 141 yards, 4 penalties for 40 yards in this one, no turnovers. While for Sheyenne, they have 81 yards of offense, 36 yards on 14 attempts on the ground, no penalties with 1 fumble here today for the Mustangs. Individual numbers, Hoppy 11 carries for a $151 and a rushing touchdown. Reichel 3 for -15, and then you have Zeski 1 for 3 yards. Reichel through the air so far 11 of 15, 128 yards and 2 touchdowns. Metzger 4 receptions, make that 3 receptions for 64 yards and a score. Munson 3 catches for 29 yards and a touchdown. Hoppy 2 catches for 16 yards. OC 1 for 11 and Zeski 1 for -1. Ethan Visness through the air 7 of 13 for 45 yards offensively for the Mustangs. Enoch, 9 carries for 28 yards. Visness, 5 for 8 here for Cheyenne. Bernstein a catch for 6 yards. Hansen a catch for 1 yard. McFarland a catch for 6. Enoch 2 catches for 10. Smith 2 catches for 14. And then you have on the play Zanker 1 catch for 6 yards. So at the half again, Northern Cass with the lead 22-0. When we come back, we'll update you from Boulder. Also let you know other scores going on across the region. That and more tonight on our Hunter Insurance halftime show and games coming up for both programs here on YourLiveEvent.com.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Now available, the 2024 R&J Sports Fall Sports Guide. The digital version of the R&J Sports Fall Sports Guide is available at rjbroadcasting.com. This year, featuring schedules for the fall sports teams in the region, along with photos, coaches' bios, and highlights from the 2023 season and the fall broadcast schedule for R&J Sports and YourLiveEvent.com. The digital version of the 2024 R&J Sports Guide is available now at rjbroadcasting.com.
For a top-notch car wash experience, head to Fast Lane Car Wash, situated next to the Petro Stopping Center in Fargo. They treat every vehicle with the same respect and care as their own, ensuring that your car is in good hands from pre-wash preparation to hand-dry finish. Check out the Fast Lane Car Wash on the west side of the Petro Stopping Center in Fargo and spruce up your ride with interior detailing, buff, and wax at the Fast Lane with Thomas, weekdays from 9 to 2. Call 701-799-8226 to schedule an appointment.
There was an idea
to bring together a group of remarkable people.
So when they needed us, the call is answered.
We need to get the right protection to as many people as we can.
We need to protect as many as we can.
We will.
We don't give up. Get the right protection for your lifestyle. Go to IREinsurance.com to get a free quote and consultation.
High school football here today on YourLiveEvent.com. I'm Chase Miller alongside Brady Siebels for you here for this high school football contest tonight between, again, Northern Cass and alongside the West Fargo Sheyenne and Junior Varsity Mustangs here tonight. Taking a look at some other scores across YourLiveEvent.com for football games here this evening. Benson and Mahnomen-Waubun, that game looks like it has gone final. I'll try to get a final score for you here in a few moments between that one, as Mahnomen-Waubun was up late 41-6 in that game. So Mahnomen-Waubun, the Thunderbirds, going to open up the season with a nice win. Also going on, Grafton and Thompson with 1:20 left to play in the 1:20 left in the first half, that is, as they're going into halftime. So starting the second half. So just about to start the second half. It's Thompson 20, Grafton 6, as the Thompson Tommies looking to go to 1-0 on the season. In between Polk County West and West Central area at the half leads Polk County West 24-6 on YourLiveEvent.com. So those are some scores again on YourLiveEvent.com across our network here tonight. More games tomorrow. You have Hawley hosting Perm, Park River, Fordville, Lincoln, or now it's kind of morphed into Park River area, hosting Hillsborough Central Valley. Fargo South hosting Shanley and Valley City at Lisbon at the half. Minot North over Century Junior Varsity 21-0. That game again is at the half. Still to come later this season for both of these teams. Northern Cass, their next couple of games, they will make their way to Castleton next Friday on September the 6th. Then they will host the Oaks Tornadoes for their next home game on the 13th before a pair of road games on the 20th and the 27th at Lisbon and then at Thompson For West Fargo Sheyenne, a large varsity football game tomorrow night up in Minot. It's number 1 Minot against number 2 West Fargo Sheyenne. Those two teams met last season in the semifinals. Eventually, the Magi took down the Mustangs and the Deacons to get the championship for Minot, and then also another varsity game upcoming for Cheyenne, hosting Mandan on September the 6th. When we come back, we'll let you know what's going on in Boulder. A good one between the Bison and the Buffaloes late in the first half. This is our Hunter Insurance Agency halftime show. It's Northern Casts up by 22 on your liveevent.com.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
Hi, this is Jim, and along with Bernie, we're inviting R&J Broadcasting Incorporated listeners to join us on a tour of the Hawaiian Islands, February 22nd through March 3rd. The Big Island will be part of this trip while taking in the breathtaking views of Oahu, the Big Island, and Maui. Enjoy the perfect balance between scheduled activities mixed with personal leisure time. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ to learn more about this tour, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure.
Halstead Telephone Company is now accepting applications for a full-time customer service representative. Primary duties is to provide customer care on inbound calls and for walk-in traffic, provide proactive sales to customers and administrative duties following the sale of products and services, complete general bookkeeping and other office duties as assigned. Halstead Telephone Company provides a competitive wage and generous benefits package, including health, dental, vision, paid vacation, sick time, and retirement. Go to the website for more information, halsteadtel.com/careers. Position will remain open until filled.
Out-of-town scoreboard in Boulder, North Dakota State 20, Colorado 14 with 2:41 left to play, and the Bison just forced a punt. So we'll see if they can try to take the lead going in at the half. Cam Miller so far has been playing really well at the quarterback spot for the Bison. Cam Miller, 9 of 11 for 136 yards and a touchdown, and Shador Sanders, 7 of 8 for Colorado for a $165 and 2 scores. Also for college football fans across the region, if you're a fan of the Minnesota Golden Gophers, the Gophers in North Carolina just kicked off. It's currently scoreless between the Gophs and the Tar Heels 3 minutes into the contest in the first quarter play. You have those games. You have Jamestown, Minot State, Valley City State, Mayville State all going on. NDSCS is already back in full session. Concordia, MSU at Moorhead. You don't have to find a far way to go to find good college football in and around the Fargo Metro and the Red River Valley. Again, though, at the half, here in Hunter, Northern Cass leads it 22-0, thanks to Hoppy with a rushing score, Reicha with 2 passing touchdowns. And nearing the half in Boulder, the Bison lead it by 6. Back after this with second half action from Hunter on yourliveevent.com.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
The Northern Cass School District believes that every learner can change the world. That's why they provide a world-class education. Northern Cass will commit to purposely build trust, develop authentic relationships, and engage in innovative practices which will empower learners to be choice-ready. Northern Cass is dedicated and passionate about relationships, teaching and learning, self-reflection, acknowledging greatness, and support of the community. For more information, go online to northerncasschool.org. That's northerncasschool.org.
Brooks Crockett puts this one on the tee to start the second half of play for West Fargo Cheyenne. Look at them boots scooting boogie to the 49-yard line. That's going to be Max Zanker. Zanker gets into the Northern Cass territory at the 48. Good starting field position. Again, that does it for our Hunter Insurance Agency halftime show. For West Fargo Cheyenne, this will be their 7th possession of the game. The second time they started in plus territory here, as they will handle it now for the Mustangs. The Mustangs again at center. Brody Flacker. You have Trent Sanders, the left guard. Jager Azure at right guard. Atreyu Barch at right tackle. And Grayson Mowry at left tackle. Bernstein, the tight end, with Hanson, Tiongson, and Smith at wide receiver. Enoch Orakatan, the running back. And then Ethan Visness at the quarterback spot here for West Fargo Cheyenne. First down and 10. Visness, quick little out pattern. This will go to the outside for the Mustangs as they will make their way. That'll be Caden Dodd, the 5'8 sophomore, to about the 41-yard line for a gain of 7. 52 yards through the air. The one thing that Visness has done, he's spread the wealth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different receivers so far on 8 completions. That kind of has the Sam Bradford feel a little bit, but a lot of checkdowns that happened with Sam Bradford back in the day when it came with the Vikings. Second down and 3 on the way. Visness looking for a handoff. This one will bounce to the outside. That'll be Enoch. Enoch gets the first down, muscling his way past the 35, and that's where they'll mark him at the 35. It's a gain of 6. West Fargo Cheyenne looking for something positive, as we've kind of alluded to in the second quarter. We saw that so far 2 plays after a good kickoff return, and they got it at the 35. They've been inside the red zone once, but that's when the Brody strip sack fumble, Gueston able to turn that drive away in the second quarter. Shotgun formation. Enoch motions right to left. This one will go to the bubble. That'll be incomplete, as they're going to the slot receiver of Max Zanker. Makes it now 2nd and 10. Northern Cass trying to get to 2 wins on the season with a W here tonight. Well, for West Fargo Cheyenne Junior Varsity, this is their season opener. They will go up against Red River upcoming next Friday before they get back in their normal routine of Monday junior varsity games and Friday varsity games for this JV program. 2nd and 10, 11:15 remaining in the third quarter from Hunter. Chase Miller, Brady Siebels with you here on your live event. Low snap as Enoch able to muscle his way for a couple of yards. Parker Zeski was part of the tackling party there. That gets to the 32-yard line for a gain of 3. But in this particular situation, it's 4-down territory, so if you can get just a couple of yards consistently here, that is what they're going to be looking for here for West Fargo Cheyenne. So 3rd down upcoming, be a long 6-7 yards. The Mustangs and the Janks tonight for high school sports, something you don't hear of too terribly often. These 2 programs might see each other at the Fargo crossover potentially for volleyball, as that's going to be snapped, and that'll roll to the about 34-yard line. Visness did a good job just hopping on the football, but those are the kind of plays that Cheyenne Junior Varsity has kind of dug themselves a little bit of a hole at particular times, and the Achilles heel. Just plays like that makes it now 4th down and 9 upcoming. So 4th and long here for the Mustangs, as they will need to get to that 25-yard line for the first. West Fargo Cheyenne, 81 yards of offense in the first half, 36 rushing yards on 14 attempts. Honest coach Andrew Rott having his playbook here. Twins right, one left, play action. Visness, it's one-on-one, has a man. This one will come back, but it's picked off by Northern Cass. Munson makes the pick to the 10 to the 20. Munson near sideline to the 40, and he's pushed out of bounds there. Munson with a 30-yard return. It was eventually taken down by Tiongson. Visness had a man open, just underthrew him a little bit that allowed the 6'4 Munson to come back, and it's the second turnover of the game here for West Fargo Sheyenne. So both times they get in the red zone or knocking on the door, and it results in a fumble, and now this one will be an interception. 7th possession of the game here for Northern Cass. This will be at their own 41-yard line with 9:40 remaining here in the third quarter. As Northern Cass will come out here in the pistol formation. Reichel again at the quarterback spot. High snap. The play just kind of breaks up immediately. Able to get to the outside and steps out of bounds at about the 41, maybe 42-yard line. This one will be a gain of a yard. That one just with the high snap just immediately had everything come untangled a little bit there from the timing purposes with Hoppy behind him. One wide receiver on the near sideline is Hunter Kemet, the sophomore defensive back, 6 foot. Seen into the game again, Caden Williams coming back into the fold again for Northern Cass. Then you have Brody Vanderwall with Brody Geston, Nelson, and Hovdenes, the starting guys on the offensive line. Wolski in the tight end spot. Here's a QB keeper by Reichel. Reichel to the 45, and he's taken down about the 46, 47-yard line. Into the tackles and be Landon Zink. Not before Reichel able to make it a third down and manageable here, about a 3rd and 5 upcoming. So 3rd down upcoming here for Northern Cass, as you'll have 2 wide receivers split out to the left with Metzger and Hoyland. We've seen mostly, again, it's been pistol, but we'll see a little bit of a shotgun here and there as Reichel, the 6-foot sophomore, stands back with the 6-foot senior Hoppy. Reichel. Defense sends for Reichel. Looking on the wheel route for Hoppy. Hoppy, did he come up with it or was it picked? It's going to be picked off by the Mustangs at the 25-yard line. Will Morris comes in on the INT, and it's the first turnover on Northern Cass. Hoppy was trying to go over Morris like Zach Rod did about 7 years ago or so, maybe a little bit longer in a football game, and the Fargo Dome. That one will be the first turnover of the contest again for the Jags. And now the Mustangs make a stop defensively, and they will get the football back. Just looking to try to hit that halfback coming out of the backfield. And with 8:43 remaining here in the third quarter, West Fargo Sheyenne has their second possession of the second half. That resulted for both teams eventually in a turnover with a pick. Get to the Northern Cass starting lineup here in the second half. As Enoch able to bounce his way to the outside, eventually muscled down at about the 30-yard line for a Rocketon. Able to get a couple of yards. 12 attempts for 40 yards here. Northern Cass up front again with Brody Geston, Brody Vanderwall, and Sam Nelson. They're starting 3 on the line. Then you have linebackers of Hoyland, Wolski, Hoppy, and Zeski. Defensive back of Munson, OC, and safeties of Kemet and Metzger. Shotgun formation. Visson, handoff. This one able to get about another 4 to 5 yards on the play. As we've seen a good job on the particular play here by the sophomore. And Rocketon able to get his way to that 35-yard line. Makes it 3rd and short upcoming. 13 carries for 45 yards. It's 3rd down and 5 here as nearing the midway point of this third quarter. Both teams with all 3 timeouts remaining here in this second half. Shotgun formation, they need 2. There's the throw. The throw is past the line to gain and some to about the 39-yard line, as this will go to the outside on the reception with Riker Birnbaum. As Riker Birnbaum able to make his way to the 39-yard line for a gain of 3. First reception here for Birnbaum on the night. They will mark it at the 39 for the first down. 56 yards passing through the air. 9 of 17 here for Visness. That'll be first down and 10. A death by 1,000 paper cuts here for Cheyenne in terms of 3 yards, 4 yards, but they're able to go to the outside there. Orakatan able to get past the 45 and close to about the 49, needing a 10 yards for that first. We'll see where they're able to spot this one, as that was a hard hit on the outside as well. They will spot at the 48-yard line, so it'll be a gain of a solid 8.5 on the play. 5 carries, make that 14 carries for 53 yards. 5 carries so far here in this second half for 25 yards for Orakatan. And now the sticks and the line to gain again will be just shy of the 50. So gain of about 9 on the play. Play clock down to 3. They got to get set. 2 at 1. They got to get the ball off. They do. Visness looking down the field. Had a man on a little hitch and go. And just a little too far. Had the pump fake, and that would have been completed for a touchdown. Instead, it makes it third down and short. But you like the aggressiveness there for Andrew Rott on a second down and about 1 to try to see if you can get something down the field. As we have said earlier, so far for this squad tonight for the Mustangs, they haven't thrown a lot deep. We haven't seen a lot of 15, 20-yard plays this evening. Been a lot of runs, a lot of quick slants and curls, outs of that progression. Third and short here for Cheyenne Junior Varsity. Little read option play. Enoch bouncing his way. And Enoch does a good job. What should have been possibly a tackle for a loss ended up being right back to the line of scrimmage. In on the tackle was Metzger. Also in on the tackle with him there was Chris Hoyland. Makes it fourth down upcoming here for the Mustangs. And with where you are on the football field and with where you are in the clock, this is without question 4-down territory. You trust your quarterback, you might try to go to a hard count, see if you can get the defensive line to jump off and give you a free 5. Well, we've seen the play clock at times get down pretty close to 10 by the time they break the huddle, and they do it again. The Mustangs will have to quickly come to line and get set. 3 seconds, down to 2. They tried the hard count. We did get a man to flinch, and we'll see if it was because the defense came into the neutral zone or not. The Mustangs, they have yet to commit a penalty tonight, but this one could be their first. And if that is, it'll make it 4th and 6 upcoming. See what the procedure is, and it will be a false start on West Fargo Cheyenne. First penalty of the night, now more of a decision for Andrew Rott. When it's 4th and 1 at the about 50-yard line, you're probably going to go for it, but now 4th and a long 6. As Coach Rott want to do here on this one. Third possession combined of the second half. Second for West Fargo Cheyenne. Both have resulted in INTs so far. As they will come out here and look to go for it. Twins near sideline. No safety help for the Jags across. Visness rolls right-handed side. Gets the numbers to the 40, to the 45. Visness going to be close. He needs the 49, and I think they're going to give it to him. He's going to be right at the sticks, and from our advantage point, that's a first down. Visness with a broken backyard kind of a style play for 6 yards. It's 1st and 10 Mustangs. 7 carries for 12 yards on the play. Late in Boulder, 7 seconds remaining. Colorado might be lined up for a field goal. It still is a 20-14 lead for NDSU in the first half. 5 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. Visness hands it off. Orcaton makes his way to the outside, and all of a sudden these 1-2 yard gains in the first half, able to get Enoch to the boundary, have become more 4, 5, and 7 yard gains, and now a first down gain as well on the play. So 10 yards, 1st and 10 here for West Fargo Cheyenne. 16 carries now for 63 yards here for Enoch. Very workmanlike kind of a football game for Cheyenne. This drive started nearly 4 minutes ago back at their own 27-yard line. Visness looking for a little RPO. Now gets in the backfield, fumbles the ball. Coming up with it here looks to be with Munson. He's got it at the 47-yard line. So Munson comes up with the fumble recovery. And just like that, it's the third turnover of the game here on West Fargo Sheyenne. That's their second fumble of the contest. And the Mustangs back-to-back drives that has resulted in a turnover. 8th possession of the game here for Northern Cass with 4:44 remaining in the third quarter. Ball will be spotted at their own 47-yard line. Northern Cass looking for the knockout punch if they can get a score up here and try to make it a 4-possession game. Handoff, Hoppy to the 45-40, Hoppy to the 30, Hoppy to the 20, and Hoppy is driven out of bounds on the play by Carson Strand, but not before Hoppy is able to go to the 47-yard line to about the 14. What a play by Hoppy. So Hoppy, they're going to actually mark it back to the 21-yard line, so a gain of 29, add the 3, that's 32. Hoppy with a nice rush there for 183 yards on the ground, and we do get a officials timeout. Or is this going to be a timeout by Sheyenne? Nope, it will be a officials timeout here. We'll see, as right now the far sideline official, again, has not given the timeout. He called his own timeout. So a little confusion by both teams, but we got everything situated. So first down and 10, and speaking of a knockout punch, Hoppy was nearly there to try to get it on one play again from the line of scrimmage. Hoppy stands behind Reichel. Hoppy gets it to the 15-yard line before he is stuck. Good tackle on the way by Landon Zink, the 5'8 sophomore. That was textbook. Got the shoulder pad, run into the midsection. Hoppy, though, able to get a healthy gain of the 15 for a gain of 6. Colorado does score a field goal at the half, so going into the half, it's North Dakota State 20, Colorado 17 out in Boulder. 13 carries for 189 yards and a touchdown for Hoppy, trying to match, if not outdo, what he did in the season opener. 23 carries, 204 yards, and a rushing touchdown out at Hart River. Second down here for Northern Cass. Shotgun formation, Metzger in the slot. Play clock goes to 3. Metzger motion right to left. High snap gives it to Hoppy. Hoppy trying to break to the outside, but he's going to be tackled for a loss at about the 19-yard line. Able to come up was Bipa Alfonso, the 5'11 junior nose tackle. I'll go back to the about 20-yard line, just inside the 20. And third down upcoming here for Northern Cass. The Jags, they've been able to convert some fourth downs here tonight, trying to avoid that or at least make it a little bit closer than what it is right now here with that 3rd and 7 ball spotted at the 19-yard line. Rolling is Reichel. Reichel looking down. That's going to be caught at the 7-yard line. Looks to be with Chris Hoyland. It is. Hoyland at the 7. That's a gain of 12 and a 1st and goal upcoming for the Mustangs. Make that 140 yards on the evening passing for Reichel. Hoyland with his first catch of the night. 6 so far different receivers for Northern Cass here this evening for Reichel, and he's completed 12 of 17 for 2 touchdowns and interception. 2 wide receivers left, 1 to the right. You have the 6'4" Munson right-handed side. Play clock down to 10. This one will go right-handed side, trying to get to the end zone. Hoppy gets into the end zone for a 7-yard rushing score, his 2nd rushing touchdown of the night. And Northern Cass now leads at 28-0. 193 yards on 15 carries and 2 touchdowns here for Hoppy. 2:22 remaining in the third quarter. Hoppy with the 7-yard rushing touchdown. And now the 2-point conversion upcoming here for Northern Cass, trying to lead it at 30-0. If they can get the 2-point conversion, they were able to get a couple early with Hoppy rushing in. So far, 2 of 3 tonight on the 2-point opportunities. Little play action. Post pattern, this one will be incomplete. as they were looking for Munson at the post. With 2:22 remaining here in the third quarter, we got a new score on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Northern Cats leads it 28-0.
Hungry and on the road, Petro Stopping Center in Fargo has got your back with an impressive lineup of goodies including Popeye's Chicken, Charlie's Cheesesteaks, Cinnabon, Papa John's, and a mouth-watering full-sized restaurant, the Dolly Down Grill. You'll be spoiled for choice. Whether you're a quick pit stopper or looking to settle in for a while, Petro Stopping Center's Fargo location has got you covered 24/7 every day of the week. Cruise on over to their spot just off 45th Street and I-94 and indulge in a feast fit for the road warrior in you.
High school football tonight here on YourLiveEvent.com. It's 28-0 Northern Cass. If they get the two-point conversion there again, high school football, it is a running clock with the mercy rule in the second half once you get to 30. Minnesota, it's until the fourth quarter. So depend on where you go. Also, Minnesota plays narrower 9-man football fields than North Dakota. But here again, if it gets to 30+, it will be running time. But right now for Cheyenne, they don't care about that. They want something good on the special teams run, and they got it to about the 41-yard line. We've seen a couple of nice returns here by the Mustangs tonight. That last one on the way with Carson Strand, able to get to the 41-yard line. Touchdown score went 53 yards for the TD. So 2:17 remaining here in the third. I'll be at the 41-yard line. Two-point conversion was no good, but Hoppy again with a 7-yard rushing touchdown. Make sure you stay with us on our post-game show. We'll get to our Enbridge Energy player of the game. We'll hear from a victorious coach and also player tonight. That and more is still to come a little bit later on here on YourLiveEvent.com. For West Fargo Cheyenne, the Mustangs will start it at the 41-yard line here. So far in this second half, interception and a fumble on the two drives. Visness stands back at his own 36-yard line. Play action, steps up, fires, throws down the field. This one will be incomplete at the 30 for C.J. Smith. C.J. Smith nearly had a 30-yard reception. Instead, will make it 2nd and 10. So second down upcoming here, and we've able to see Visness a little bit step up and fire in this second half. We didn't really see a lot of the deep play variety in the first half of play, but currently for West Fargo Cheyenne, as we alluded to from their first game of the season, finding, as you would expect, a little more rhythm and flavor in this second half as the game continues. Shotgun formation, 3 down linemen for the Jags. Motion man going left to right, handoff. This will go with Enoch again, and Enoch gets wrapped down at about the 43-yard line. Brody Geston in on the stop, makes it 3rd down and about 8. It's been about the best offensive weapon tonight for the Mustangs. 65 yards of offense for Enoch Arakatane on the ground. And then he also has 2 catches for 10 yards here this evening. High school football here tonight. 3rd down and 8 upcoming. By the way, that post-game conversation interview will be brought to you in part by DJ Coulter Agency. 3rd down, shotgun. Ethan Visson able to roll right-hand side. Rolls the pocket. This one going to be batted down. Intended wide receiver on the outside was Landon Hansen. Batted down by Matthew Metzger. Makes it now 4th down. That was nice all the way around. Good route. Able to get past the sticks. Good throw by Visson. Just better defense by Metzger. And now clock will stop with 1:25 remaining here in the third quarter. Contest that started at 7:01 tonight here on YourLiveEvent.com as we're nearing the 15 minutes till the top of the hour. Minnesota Golden Gophers and North Carolina still scoreless in the first half of play. Putting this one up on the way is Larkin. This one will roll to about the 30, 25, and will hop there at about the 24-yard line. 9th possession of the game for Northern Cass with $1:15 remaining here in the third quarter of play. 16 points in the first quarter, 6 points in the second, and 6 points so far here in the third for the Jags. They've led wire to wire. 3 plays in. Hoppy able to take one to the house for 55 yards, and it's been all Northern Cass since then, as they have a 4-possession lead here late in the third quarter of play. As in the backfield will be Zeski with Hudson Reichel. And we'll have a flag. We'll see if it's a delayed substitution by the time they had everybody in. They're counting them up. 2, 4, 6. Make sure you got 11. And it will be a legal substitution. Just got one too many guys out there to start the drive. Sam Nelson will come to the near sideline. And for Northern Cass, 5 penalties now for 45 yards on the night. They do have 1 turnover. West Fargo Sheyenne, 1 penalty for 5 yards, but they have 3 turnovers here this evening. Jags will come out now. 1st and 15. Ball goes back to their own 19-yard line. Handing this one off to the far side and getting back to about the 19. That's about it. Seen some good plays by both teams, and we said this name a good chunk. Mamadi Dorr, the junior, comes in. That will be about 2nd and 15 upcoming here after Zeski goes right back to the line. Depending on the play here, you can win one more and take it to the 4th quarter if you can take this under 40 seconds. If it's an incompletion, then we'll definitely run one more play before we get to the 4th. Twins to the near sideline, 1 to left. We've seen the play-action game work pretty well tonight for the Jags. This one will be a handoff to Hoppy. Hoppy trying to get to the outside, but good pursuit by a multiple of Mustangs. That's a really good job on the gang tackling, if you will, as that goes back to about the 18-yard line. And that's going to make it 3rd down and long upcoming here. And that's going to be the end of this 3rd quarter. Sharing their heritage and their future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota, go to dhbanknd.com. It's Northern Cass 28, West Fargo Sheyenne University scoreless. We're back with a 4th quarter after this.
At Polar Communications, innovation is in our DNA. We're pioneers, always looking ahead to what's next to ensure our communities thrive. We were the first in the state to offer gig services, and we didn't stop there. We continue to lead the way in delivering high-quality, reliable technology to your doorstep. A better experience starts here.
Keep your job site stocked with reliable service from Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters. Our team specializes in everything concrete. That means hand tools and equipment, rebar of all shapes and sizes, concrete forming packages and ICFs, decorative concrete materials like color, stain, sealers, and coatings. And let's not forget our impressive fleet of winter construction equipment to keep the concrete flowing all year round. If you've got concrete questions, we've got concrete answers at Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters.
High school football here today on YourLiveEvent.com. Northern Cass has scored in every quarter. They're going to try to do it here again, but it's going to be 3rd and long for West Fargo Sheyenne University. Some of these kids, it'll be a quick turnaround. This time tomorrow night, they'll be up in the Magic City. Not much school when you go from Cheyenne to Minot tomorrow. Kind of get on the bus, get ready to rock and roll. And a good early season showdown in 3A. It'll be the season opener for Minot. Well, on the opposite side, it'll be game number 2 for West Fargo Sheyenne after beating Williston at home last Friday. Northern Cass, Heart River on Saturday. Cheyenne tonight. And then they got on Friday, it's week 3 before Northern Cass plays on a Friday night for high school football. So a little helter-skelter when it comes to that portion of the schedule. But Northern Cass has, so far through 7 quarters, handled it with flying colors. 3rd and long, Reichel steps up. Blitz is picked up, goes down the middle, incomplete. Looking for OC. OC would have been nearly at the line to gain. Instead, it'll be 4th down, and it looks like the Jags will have to punt this football away. West Fargo Sheyenne. Defensively, interception, touchdown, and now it looks like will be a punt on the 3rd possession of the second half for Northern Cass. They're going to need one more player out there, and coming out for Northern Cass late is going to be Gavin Giffey, excuse me, as he will come out here. 5 seconds on the play clock. High snap. Hoppy does a good job, though. Look at this left-footed boot. That'll go past the 40, takes a bounce to about the 35. Zanker comes up with it. Zanker's got room past the 50. Zanker in a Jake territory at the 40. Hurdles a man at the 30. Zanker with blockers in front of him. 20, 10, and he keeps going past the block of Hoppy into the end zone, or is he down at the 1? He's down at the 1-yard line. What a play by Zanker. It was a great kick by Hoppy, but then by the time Zanker got it, able to put it nearly in the end zone, and they're going to mark him just shy of the goal line. That's the best play of the game so far for Cheyenne, and they will start the ball at a 1st and goal opportunity at the 1. So 11:33 remaining here in the 4th quarter. Ball will be spotted at the 1-yard line as the Mustangs trying to get on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard for the first time tonight, as they're on the far side of the football field. Taking a look, making sure they got enough guys in the huddle. And at this particular junction, the white hat could possibly just say, we're running the clock here at the play clock, as you can see a couple of guys on the Northern Cass sideline saying, let's go. And that's exactly what's going here. So Cheyenne will have to hustle to the line as they will go here and get set with about 10 seconds. Tight little wingback formation in the pistol. There's Visson. Visson, fullback dive goes nowhere. Fullback dive goes back to the 1. There is a flag on the near sideline. This sometimes could be encroachment or just not enough men on the line. And it will be a penalty on the Mustangs. This will be their second for 10 yards. Makes it 1st and goal now at the 6-yard line. So a good stop immediately on the little fullback dive play will bring up now 2nd and goal here for West Fargo Sheyenne Junior Varsity. Visson, handoff. This one goes right through the teeth and going nowhere. That's for West Fargo Cheyenne. We'll see on the run on that play was Ethan Wilkie. Wilkie unable to get much on the play as it goes back to the 6-yard line. Brings up 2nd down. So for Northern Cass, we've seen them get into the red zone a couple times for Cheyenne, but the Jags defense has withstood the opportunities tonight. They're trying to do that yet again. Mustangs got it down to the 1, thanks in part to a great kick return by Zanker down to the 1-yard line. Here's another read option play. This one going inside, spinning his way to about the 2 yet again is Ethan Wilkie. Wilkie's going to be caught there at the 2 for about a gain of 4. 2 carries for 4 yards here. Brings up a 3rd and goal opportunity for West Fargo Cheyenne. The Mustangs and the Jags with all 3 timeouts remaining here in this second half. As the clock right now is an ally of Northern Cass. Well, for Cheyenne, just trying to get that first one into the end zone here of the season. Visson in the shotgun formation. To the left again is Wilkie. This is going to be down to about the 5. It was an inadvertent snap, and immediately getting on the football will be Cheyenne with Wilkie. And sometimes you might see on a shotgun a direct snap to the halfback. That one almost split, though, the quarterback and the halfback, and the ball will be at the 6. So a loss of 4. But if you're Northern Cass, you will gladly take it as some more time is winding off that clock, as they'll be close to the 9-minute mark, about 9:10 by the time this snap does get off. One wide receiver lining up now, make it twins to the left-handed side. You have Dodd and also out there Bernstein in the slot position. Twins right as well. 4th and goal. They need it. Cheyenne to the outside. This is going to be batted away. Metzger able to bat that one away as they were looking on the outside for Bernstein on a little out pattern. And it's a turnover on downs. Ball will be spotted at the 6. An interception. You have a fumble, punt, and downs defensively here for Northern Cass against this Mustangs offense. And with 9:13 left to play here in the 3rd, Ball will be spotted at their own 6-yard line. This will be the worst starting field position of the game here for Northern Cass. Give you a prize of what's going on in Boulder and also down in the Twin Cities here tonight throughout the game, as college football is officially back in the saddle, if you will. Hard count. They might have got maybe one, if not two, Mustangs to jump on the hard count. If they did, that's a 5 free yards. It is encroachment. And the Bulls at the shadow of your own end zone. Try the hard count, see if you can get some extra yards on the play to work with, and they do. 1st down and 5. Update from Minnesota, 11 minutes left to play in the first half. North Carolina 7, the Gophers scoreless. That again in the first half of play between the Tar Heels and the Gophs. The Bison leading by 3 at the half. Last score there out in Boulder. But here in Hunter, Northern Cass with the 5 free yards. They will hand this one off to the near sideline to the 10. Making his way to the 15. We get a flag. Hoppy barrels his way to about the 20. I'll see the flag coming back as a couple bodies hit the deck on this particular play. And discuss it here. It'll be a holding on Northern Cass. So take it from where the spot was. And this will be 1st down and a little bit longer here. So they got the 5 free yards. They'll give it right back. As they're going to spot it all the way back to the 2-yard line. Make it the 4. There you go, at the 4-yard line. So from the spot of the foul for Northern Cass, that'll be their 6th penalty of the game. And now they'll talk it over again with the spot penalty and where it is, making sure that it's half a distance to the goal. If it was at the 11-yard line, for example, on a hold, ball should be then roughly at the 5.5. That's exactly what they'll do. So about 6 penalties now for 51 yards. Just about to kick off the second half in Boulder. Again, NDSU leads it by 3. Just about to kick off the second half. Here in Hunter, 9 minutes remaining in the ball game. Hoppy, look out to the 10. Hoppy to the 15. Hoppy to the 20, 25, and he's taken down at about the 31-yard line. They might mark it at the 30. Regardless, that's a nice, healthy gain, and they mark it for the 29, so a gain of 23 yards. 17 carries on the night for Hoppy. 17 carries for 220 yards and 2 touchdowns here for Hoppy. So he already has back-to-back 200-yard performances here this season for the Jags. And more importantly for Northern Cass, time is your ally. You can milk this clock about 30, 40 seconds before you need to snap it. Well, for West Fargo Cheyenne, Hoppy gets tackled in the backfield at the 26-yard line. And we've seen the Mustangs defense do a better job flying around defensively here in the second half. Landon Hansen, the sophomore, comes in and delivers a tackle for a loss of, that's going to be about -3. As you will see it now, 2nd and long here for Northern Cass. High school football here tonight. Division A meets 3A again. This game normally would be the time of the year where you maybe talk about Fargo, Oak Grove, and Northern Cass when it came to high school football, but with Oak Grove co-oping with Shanley this year, opened up a game on the schedule of how this game came to be. 2nd and 13. Option play here with Reichel on the read option, and Reichel does a good job making his way to about the 34-yard line, able to get 8 yards on the play and bring up 3rd down and manageable. As Reichel, 6 carries so far on the night. All that Northern Cass is trying to do is get a couple more first downs, and if you can keep the chains moving here, it's about 2 minutes per first down if you get 3 yards, let's say, per play, just to keep the clock moving. But right now we'll see what they call 3rd down and a long 6 upcoming here for the Jags. Reichel in the pistol. Now 5 seconds, down to 3. Eukstead might call the timeout here. Looks like he will, and there's a timeout. 6:55 remaining in the 4th quarter. We'll break with them on yourliveevent.com.
steps to advanced treatments such as same-day crowns and implants, Southview Dental Care offers personalized care that fits your needs. They are there when you need them most, offering emergency examinations with same-day treatment in most cases. Have a cold sore or canker sore? Southview Dental Care provides laser treatments to address these painful conditions. Schedule your next dental appointment at southviewdentalcare.com. That's southviewdentalcare.com. Southview Dental Care in Moorhead is your dental home.
Timeout again, brought to you in part by Bank North. Good sportsmanship is a valuable trait that goes far beyond the game. For Bank North, it's achieved by helping customers achieve their dreams and financial goals. Go to ibanknorth.com to find a branch near you. That's ibanknorth.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. First timeout taken by either club, and on the play there for Coach Tyler Ukestead, able to milk off all the time on the play clock before calling the first timeout here on the second half for the Jags, and we'll see what he draws up with a 3rd and long. One wide receiver, the right-hand side, twins the near sideline in the pistol. As for Northern Cass, they will need to get to the 39-yard line again to try to get the first. Reichel play action, rolling right-handed side. Reichel looking for a man down the field. Instead, will keep it. Gets to about the 35 and taken out of bounds at about the 37-yard line. So Reichel able to slither his way for a gain of 4. As Reichel brings up 4th down and short. And this is one if you're Coach Ukestead. Sometimes in a situation like this on a 4th and short, you might go for it just for the simple fact if you get the first down, you milk some more time off the clock. But in this situation, looks like they'll send the punt team on. Just make sure you're playing it safe. Up by 28, don't want anything too crazy to come on a 4th down play. As Hoppy stands back at his own 26-yard line. Puts a good left leg boot into this one again to about the 29, and going down on the ground here is going to be Max Zanker. Zanker was looking for another big punt return, but instead his right knee just scraped the turf, and that's where it will be down at the 29-yard line. So an interception, touchdown, and a pair of punts so far here for Northern Cass in the second half. 6:43 remaining in this contest. Now, if you're Cheyenne, how much will you let Ethan Visness, who we've seen a lot more in this second half, take chances down the field in terms of trying to get some big playmaking opportunities? Will bring down a 1st and 10 for the Mustangs at the 30-yard line. One wide receiver split out left, twins to the right, pretty much the same formation we've seen Cheyenne for most of the night here this evening in the shotgun. Enoch goes to the outside, breaks a tackle, able to get maybe a yard on the play to make it about a 2nd down and long 9. Northern Cass, Hunter Kemet looked like he might have rolled the ankle right now as he's down on the field. And he is going to be looked at here in a moment. Just kind of rolled the ankle, looked like, as he was trying to come up and hop under himself, but he will go back down. Just hope it's nothing more than maybe a cramp or possibly a twist. We'll break with them. 6:23 left to play in the 4th here on your liveevent.com.
It's so worth it. Switch and see why Bell Bank is worth it. Bell Bank, member FDIC.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
I love my decision. I love the smallness of it and how close everyone is. Some of my other friends went to a 4-year school, and I'm going to be done before them, even with 2 degrees and for a lot less money. My name's Casey, and I'm here for my future.
First week of college, I can't tell you how many friends I've made. It's a family, you know what I mean? Like, every time I go to a meeting, like, everyone knows my name. They're always kind to me. I love it. I can't explain how much I love it here. My name is Junior, and I'm here for my future.
Hunter Kemet comes out of the game here as he will go to the near sideline and get looked at now for Northern Cass as Enoch gets to about the 29-yard line. That'll be a loss of maybe a yard or so, as this will be third down upcoming. And this is a situation of the game where Northern Cass has another player on the ground. And this is in the fourth quarter, where anytime you get to this point in a particular game, especially a non-region game, this is where you just hope, as we're seeing right now, just a little bit of cramps. So we will take a break as well. 6:04 remaining, third down and 10 when we come back, as the trainer getting a workout right now here with Hannah on YourLiveEvent.com.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
As an American family agent, I look out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. This is Chris Heisey. Visit me online at chrisheisey.com. These days, everyone wants to save money. I can show you how easy it is by having multiple policies. By combining your auto and homeowner's insurance, I can put some change back into your pocket. My website again is chrisheisey.com. I want to be your American family agent.
American Family Insurance.
Brody Gueston comes off the field here for Northern Cass, so back-to-back plays where the Jags getting a little nicked up here. And will take the long weekend where they don't have a football game tomorrow, as they will have a week and a day to get ready for Central Cass. There's going to be a quick little bubble play to the outside as Cheyenne able to get to about the 35-yard line on the reception on the far side of the field. As on that one, looked to be, from our standpoint, Landon Zink able to get to the 29-yard line for about 6 yards. And now it'll be fourth down upcoming, and the Mustangs will look to punt. When you get to situations like this late in the game, making sure everyone gets on the field properly, and also for both teams trying to make sure no one gets injured anymore, as this one's going to be a live ball as it goes off of a heel. I think it was a Mustang heel. Regardless, good job by Northern Cass to get on the football, as that one was a rolling, scary kind of a punt. Able to get on that one immediately was Keelan Munson. Probably be spotted at the 39-yard line. So a punt there for the Mustangs. And the Jags trying to ensure the shutout here in this one, as they will start at the 39-yard line in positive territory for the second time today here for Northern Cass, that they will start in positive territory with 5:16 remaining. High school football here tonight. Northern Cass back on YourLiveEvent.com. That'll be a week from tonight, making their way to Castleton to go up against the Central Cass Squirrels. Central Cass will make their way to Langdon tomorrow for a rematch of a quarterfinal round matchup. New quarterback and halfback into the game. We'll get to them in a moment, but look at this. Oh, go type of a bobsled on the play. Nice little rush there from Northern Cass. As on the rush on that play for the Jags, Jace Erson able to get a nice gain of about 11 yards. And keep the pile moving here for Northern Cass. As this one will go back to the opportunity down into the middle. Erson again will keep going to about the 23-yard line. Brody Zeski, the freshman at 5'9", a $145, will be in at quarterback now. And with a couple of those little nicks, I think Tyler Ukestead trying to get some different faces at a couple of positions here, just make sure you get healthy getting out of this football game. 6 yards on the rush. 2 carries for 17 yards. As Jace, the sophomore, play clock makes its way down to single digits here. Handoff. This one will go to about the 15 to about the 14. Good job by Travis Lee on the play. Able to keep the pile moving along. So a good run there by Lee. Lee able to get to the 14-yard line. Brings up first down and 10 with 3:30 left to play here on yourliveevent.com. High snap. Lee going to get wrapped up at the 14. And get back to about the line of scrimmage as Landon McFarland able to come in on the play. Brings up second down and 10. Post-game show coming up here in just a couple of minutes after the conclusion of this game. Make sure you stay tuned for that. We'll hear from a victorious player, get you ready for what's coming up tomorrow. That and more still to come on our post-game report. Here's a big hit as Lee. It was timed perfectly by Cheyenne's own Harper Monder, the sophomore. And on a play like that, you just hope the man in Lee, as he will come out of the game, he will get looked at as that was one of the most vicious hits of the night. I'll go back to about the 18-yard line. You could hear the pads popping from up in the press box as Lee took a shot. And on the play, 10 seconds remaining on the play clock. The Jags will quickly get to the line. They got at least 2 more downs here on the possession, bare minimum. Milking as much clock as they can. 1 second on the play clock. Low snap. Looking to roll right-hand side. This one will get throw. Is it complete? It looks like the answer is yes, and that'll be a first down. Rolling to the right-hand side was Brody Zeski. And that one is going to be complete at about the 3-yard line, as it looks to be Carter Grandolin, the sophomore, in on that. On the reception, as that goes to the 14, they get the first down at about the 5-yard line, make it the 4 for a gain of 10. And now all you got to do is take a couple of knees, and this one is officially over. They will hand the football off to the outside. They want to score. This one get taken out the 5-yard line. So getting wrapped up on the play is Giffey. This will be 80 seconds remaining here in this contest. High school football again here on yourliveevent.com. As 2 more plays, just about puts this one away. Trying to take a look here at what the last time there was a shutout by Northern Cass football. Last time Northern Cass shut out an opponent was in 2020 against Northwood on September 18th, 26-0. Northern Cass was picked up the win over Hatton Northwood 26-0. And the formation of this co-op was started. First game on August the 29th of 1997, 27 years ago. Northern Cass will improve to 2-0 on the season with a 28-0 win. And for the Jags, they will pick up the victory. And taking a look back at last time Northern Cass won back-to-back games to open up the season was 2015 for Northern Cass. 28-0 is your score. Our post-game show is coming up next here on yourliveevent.com.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Dagelman Industries is proud to manufacture tough, high-performance equipment right here in North Dakota. From our industry-defining Pro-Till high-speed discs, bulletproof bulldozer blades, and our robust, heavy-duty land rollers, We focus on support and make the experience of owning a Dagelman unlike any other. Dagelman, engineered tough in North Dakota.
Say goodbye to boring birthday parties and corporate events and say hello to a supercharged celebration at the Empire Sports Complex in Fargo with their epic bounce houses that's guaranteed to have your guests jumping for joy. At the Empire Sports Bounce houses are the ultimate party starter, but don't wait too long to book. Go online now to empirefargo.org. That's empirefargo.org, or call 701-318-4161 for your next birthday party or corporate event. The Empire Sports Complex in Fargo.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Oh, perfect timing on our post-game show. It's now time to get to our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. Go to Enbridge.com for career opportunities. Life takes energy. That, again, is Enbridge.com for career opportunities. First time since 2015 that Northern Cass opens up the season with back-to-back wins, and first time since September of 2020 that Northern Cass gets a shutout as well. Our Enbridge Energy Players of the Game in this one. Well, Matthew Hoppe, 18 carries for 217 yards and 2 rushing touchdowns. Also, a couple of nice performances here today by Munson defensively with the pick. He had a receiving score, and Metzger 3 catches for a touchdown as well. That is our Enbridge Energy Players of the Game. Go to Enbridge.com for career opportunities. We'll speak with a victorious Northern Cass players here in a moment. Hoppe again, 18 carries for 217 yards, 2 scores. Reichel, 6 carries for 0 yards. Zeski, 2 for 3. You had Giffey with 3 carries for 17, and Lee with 3 carries for 8 yards. 140 yards passing for Hudson Reichel through the air, 11 of 18 tonight for 2 scores and a interception. You also had Metzger with 3 receptions for 64 yards. Hoppe, 2 for 16. Munson, 3 for 29 and a score. OC, 1 for 11. Hoyland, 1 for 12 on the evening as well. You also, in this one, had 6 penalties for 51 yards. But at the end of the day, a pretty good overall score here for Northern Cass. When we come back after this, we'll hear from the head coach and Matthew Hoppe around the corner on yourliveevent.com.
Now available, the 2024 R&J Sports Fall Sports Guide. The digital version of the R&J Sports Fall Sports Guide is available at rjbroadcasting.com. This year, featuring schedules for the fall sports teams in the region, along with photos, coaches' bios, and highlights from the 2023 season and the fall broadcast schedule for R&J Sports and yourliveevent.com. The digital version of the 2024 R&J Sports Guide is available now at rjbroadcasting.com.
For a top-notch car wash experience, head to Fast Lane Car Wash, situated next to the Petro Stopping Center in Fargo. They treat every vehicle with the same respect and care as their own, ensuring that your car is in good hands from pre-wash preparation to hand-dry finish. Check out the Fast Lane Car Wash on the west side of the Petro Stopping Center in Fargo and spruce up your ride with interior detailing, buff, and wax at the Fast Lane with Thomas, weekdays from 9 to 2. Call 701-799-8226 to schedule an appointment.
As we continue on our post-game show, it's now time to get to our DJ Coulter Agency post-game interviews. Joining us first is Mr. Matthew Hoppe with a couple of 200-plus rushing touchdown performances in Heart River, and here today against West Fargo Sheyenne Junior Varsity, 18 carries for 217 yards and 2 touchdowns. Matthew, let's talk about the third play of the game. Goes 55 yards for a score. Kind of what did you see from your offensive line blocking in front of you, and what did you kind of put the afterburners on that one? Just take us through the play.
I think the biggest part was coming out right away and making it be a physical game and winning the battle on the line. And I saw that hole open up and I hit it and made a guy miss, and I was off to the races. So, yeah, I mean, that's kind of it.
What did you see from your quarterback, Hudson Reichel? Another nice game again, a couple of passing touchdowns for 140 yards. Have you seen the sophomore just kind of take these 2 games in stride so far?
I love Hudson. He didn't come out last year, but he came out this year. He wanted to focus on basketball for a little bit, but he really proved himself throughout all the fall camp, coming out every day ready to work, and he's really improved since the day he came out, making good reads, and he likes to keep the ball, but, I like the ball too, so, yeah, I mean, I'm really proud of him. Threw a couple of touchdown passes tonight. I mean, that was huge, making a difference in the game. So,
let's go through the defense. First time since 2020 that Northern Cass has pitched a shutout. What does that mean defensively? As much to score 4 touchdowns to keep a team, held scoreless here tonight, Matthew.
Defense is key for us, really. I mean, that side of the ball has always been a struggle. I mean, offense is off and on, but defense is holding the line and getting stops and finishing the 3rd and 4th down plays like we did tonight was huge. We came into the season and we were like, what do we need to work on? And Nate, our defensive coordinator, he said, we need to learn how to finish on 3rd and 4th down because those are the plays that are wearing us down, and then we can't go out and perform on offense. So the 3rd and 4th downs are huge, and we made a couple of good plays on 3rd and 4th down tonight, and I really feel like that sealed the game and gave us an opportunity on offense to go and score those last 2 touchdowns in the second half to seal the game.
Hey, Matthew, congratulations on back-to-back 200-yard performances on the ground, and we'll see you next Friday down in Castleton to open up a Region 1 play.
Thank you.
That again, Matthew Hoppe, as he'll hand the headset and the mic to the head coach. That is Tyler Ukestead here again. Hoppe with over 200 yards. That's 217, 2 scores, a nice balance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different players able to get receptions here tonight as Tyler Ukestead puts the headsets on. And Uke, a really good start, obviously. 2 possessions, you get 2-point conversions, you get 2 scores as well. You get up 16-0. Always nice to play in front than behind, or even Steven with the team. How big was the start for you guys here tonight, right off the bat, 3 plays to get a rushing score?
Yeah, that's huge. I mean, like I said in the coaches' show, so anytime you give the ball to Matthew Hoppe, you never know when that home run's going to hit. And obviously that hit on that second play. And to start a game like that, that's huge. That gives it the momentum and stuff like that. Still got things to improve. We scored the 16 right away, and they kind of hit a little lull until right before halftime. So it's just finding a way to keep our foot on the gas pedal and be satisfied with those long drives. Sometimes those long drives don't end in scores, but we got to keep moving the ball and keep the defense out there and keep them tired. That's when those big plays happen throughout the half and throughout the game.
A couple of plays defensively here. Munson obviously gets a pick, but a big one when Cheyenne's driving late in the second half there. You have Brody Gueston right with a strip sack fumble, does it all by himself. Just take us through that particular play by Brody, and what does that say defensively on the bend but don't break, and then you guys were able to get a touchdown on the ensuing drive here, Uke.
Absolutely, and obviously I talk about Matthew Hoppe on the defense or on the offensive side of the ball, but we got some dudes on all over the field, and Brody Gueston's one of them, and he's one of those guys where he's just an athlete and he can make plays, and that's what he did in that situation. Sometimes in those big situations, you rely on your athletes, not so much your scheme, and that's what he did. He just made a heck of a play, got the strip, and then got the fumble. I think Parker Zeski's a little upset with that. I think he saw the end zone. He was going to scoop and score, and then Brody covered that. But regardless, we'll take the ball.
Going from there, last thing here, Uke, we kind of alluded to earlier in the week. Interesting, you play on a Saturday, 308-mile trek one way. You come back, you play on a Thursday short week. Now you get to enjoy Labor Day weekend before you get Region 1 play with Central Cass, who's got Langdon tomorrow night, which will be a lot of fun to see how that kind of comes out. But 2 games, what's the one thing you've liked most 2 games in as you get ready for Region 1 play? And the first time since 2015, Uke, that Northern Cass has won back-to-back football games here at this varsity level.
Heck yeah, it feels nice to get those first 2 out of the way and get first 2 wins. Obviously, the past couple years, wins, loss records-wise, we kind of struggled, but we could kind of see the improvement from my first year up until now. And I think the biggest thing, seeing these kids, they're all bought in. They're a team, first of all. We break down to family. I think they actually mean it, and I think that's something that we rely on. It's just our togetherness and being able to play together. And then obviously, I think we're playing a lot more physical than last year. We're moving bodies on the line, and that obviously opens up those big holes for Hoppe, and he's able to see those more this year with us getting more of a push. And obviously, Castleton's going to be a tough one. It's a tough opponent to start off with our region play, but we're excited for it. We're excited for the challenge. We're excited to see what we can do against a really, really good team.
Hey, Uke, thanks for everything this week. Best of luck moving forward, and looking forward to seeing you down the line.
Absolutely. Thanks, Chase. You guys do a great job.
That again, Tyler Ukestead, part of our post-game conversation, brought to you in part by DJ Coulter Agency here on YourLiveEvent.com. DJ Coulter Agency, come to the man that can cover, well, you can. That is DJ Coulter Agency at DJCoulter.com. That again is DJCoulter.com. Back after this as we put a bow on this one from Hunter on Your Live Event.
there was an idea
to bring together a group of remarkable people.
So when they needed us, the call is answered.
We need to get the right protection to as many people as we can.
We need to protect as many as we can.
We will.
We don't give up. Get the right protection for your lifestyle. Go to IRIinsurance.com to get a free quote and consultation.
West Fargo Cheyenne here in this one, led offensively by Enoch. 19 carries for 64 yards. Also through the air, Visness able to have a couple of nice completions here today. 62 yards through the air. His leading receiver, 2 catches for 14 yards, is Smith. Next game for Cheyenne at the varsity level tomorrow night at Minot. Next JV game is a week from tonight, hosting Red River. While for Northern Cass, their next 2 games a week from tomorrow night, coming up against Central Cass in Castleton on yourliveevent.com, then hosting their next home game here in Hunter against Oaks on September the 13th. On behalf of Andrew Rott and Tyler Eukstead, join us in the pregame show for Eukstead, and alongside Matthew Hoppy, join us on the postgame show. He's Brady Siebels. I'm Chase Miller. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight on yourliveevent.com. We got 4 more high school football games tomorrow. Then we're back in the saddle with high school volleyball Tuesday, Thursday, football Friday. The normal fall schedule is upon us here for Labor Day weekend. Thank you so much for tuning in, and make sure you join us for more high school football tomorrow night here on yourliveevent.com. Again, on behalf of Brady, I'm Chase. Northern Cass picks up the 28-0 win over West Fargo Cheyenne Junior Varsity. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday nights.
Let the